Welcome to the Blaize interview. My name is Blaize, and today we have
IshDaComic.
Thank you, Ish. Thank you for coming today. How are you doing today?
I'm living lavish. Can we talk about what day of the week it is or no?
Sunday?
Well, it's Labor Day weekend.
Oh, it's Labor Day weekend.
So
yes.
yeah. So I'm partying my ass off. I'm happy.
Salud.
What'd you say?
Salud.
No, that's not what you said.
Salud.
What did you say? Okay, wait.
Salud is like fucker.
Motherfucker. Yeah, that's what I was like. What the fuck? Okay. It's gonna be that kind of interview, huh?
It's a term of endearment.
Oh well, just salute. Salute is good.
Jingo. No, that's okay.
Motherfucker.
But yeah, Labor Day weekend, we're gonna have a good time, chilling. We ain't got no work tomorrow. I don't know if you do.
Well, I'm getting paid to not work, so that's why I'm already getting started with my drinking. So,
I feel you. Hey, man, I only have 2 clients tomorrow in the morning, but after that,
clients.
I'm a massage therapist.
And why don't you talk about that on stage?
I do. I just haven't done anything new with it in a minute.
Because I have not heard. Do you know fucking what's his face? Alex something. He goes to the Liquid Zoo a lot, but he's like a massage therapist too.
Like a massage therapist?
He is a massage therapist too. There you go.
Okay, no. There's also okay, I'm blanking on his name. Demarius. He's also a massage therapist. He's another comic.
Where would I know him from?
He's done Bacchus shows.
I don't do Bacchus shows.
Oh, you haven't done Bacchus?
No.
Oh.
He just hit me up on Instagram like a week or two ago. I'm like,
nope.
I've heard your reputation kind of precedes you. I'm getting scared, but everyone's like, hey, give him a shot. Don't call him a motherfucker till he fucks you. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I love Baki. He's a good person. Everyone has his own thing about him. I have people who come on here and said, fuck him. I'll never work with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like, the one place I will never go out is Chateau, Comedy Chateau.
See?
Because fuck Felix.
He's a diddler. I don't like guys who diddle chicks and try to fucking hold their fucking shit ransom and shit like that.
Yeah, and he kicks people off stage because they don't.
He kicked somebody off stage. You actually saw this?
I had someone tell me that this would happen.
Okay.
He didn't kick him off stage.
It's just rumor. It's just hearsay.
No, it's not hearsay. This is what happened. Like, he was a comic, but because he was it's not a bringer's mic, but it's a bringer's mic, and because he didn't bring anybody, he kicked them off the lineup.
Oh yeah. That happened to me. Like, that was one of the. I like Comedy Chateau because I'd say it gave me one of my first kind of experiences to actually do a booked show. So, I was like, hey, I auditioned, I got on. And then, like, I got a couple people the first time. And then one time I didn't. But they're like, well, you can still do 3 minutes. And I'm like, I got to go so far back the other way. I'm not trying to wait till the end of the lineup just to do 3 minutes. So I just left. And then I started hearing about all this shit that he does to female personnel, female friends of mine. I'm just like, I can't work with you. Yeah. But the venue is great. Like, I love the lighting, beautiful. And it can it can fill people as long as people show up. So it's like, it's a great spot, but he's a fucking weirdo.
That's the same. It's kind of like that. That's why that's how everyone's fuck Felix. I stopped going to the Chateau. I tell my friends, it's like, I have a show at the Chateau. And I was like, love you, but I'll never go support.
Wait, you wouldn't go to support your friend?
Not at the Chateau.
Oh, okay.
Not at the Chateau. Any other place but Chateau.
See, here's my thing about comedy in L.A. I take it you've seen Chinatown, right?
Yes.
With Jack Nicholson. At the end of the movie, the guy tells him, Jack, it's Chinatown. It can't be changed. Comedy seems to suck in all the weirdos, the con artists, people rejected from society. So it's like, even though you can't stand Felix, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like you cannot avoid weirdos in this line of work. Anything entertainment, like, you can't avoid it.
We're just getting straight into the beef right now. We're just getting straight into the beef right now.
I guess if it's a beef, I wouldn't call it a beef unless there's then there has to be friction, right?
Yeah.
It can't be beef. And it's most of the shit that I've heard about him, I've seen firsthand. Like, I see how he talks to females anytime he's interacting. I'm like, you're a weirdo. Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you?
He's supposed to be a musical comic. That's his niche. Yeah.
You gotta put that very loose. Not even air quotes. You put the little estimation like equal sign like there. Like, that's.
You know Dave Peoples? He's a musical comic. He's bald. He has the guitar.
Yeah.
He's actually banned from Chateau because he's too good of a musical comic.
That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
He's banned because he's too good.
Yeah. Because any musical comic better than Felix isn't allowed to do that.
That is insane, dude.
That's just how Felix is. That's why, like, if I'm on a crusade against Felix.
Really?
I'm on a crusade against him. If
See,
he has no idea who the fuck I am, though.
Exactly. That's why I was like, it's a lost cause. Like, if anything, you gotta just build your own fucking place. Call it the Blaize Chateau, right across the street from him, which is right across the street from Ha Ha.
Yeah. I do like Ha Ha, though. I haven't heard anything bad about Ha Ha.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
It's a legit spot. So.
Yeah, I always think of it like it's a 90s like kind of set. Like it's very 90s. Like you see like Seinfeld on it. Kind of thing. That's how I feel. Like one of my other ones is the Frat House of Comedy.
Have you heard about his history?
Who?
Your Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh.
Well, that's what we're calling him now. Fiddler on the Roof. So supposedly he couldn't get on anywhere. And that's how he either saved up his money or whatever. He built the chateau. So that there, he now has a place where he can perform and nobody can tell him that he can't get booked.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. I'm just like, that's... And the fact that he has it so close to Ha Ha, that's where I'm like, it's weird. It's like, you really want to be right, like a walking distance from one of the bigger fucking places. But I'm just like, but then when I interact with him, I see he's the kind of guy who
I
could
see
do that.
why it would be good to put it so close to the Ha Ha.
Explain
because it's they're right next to each other, so for the comics it's a lot easier. But then for like
nobody cares about comics.
But not for the comics, but also
not even comics.
But also for like people who not guests, but the crowd. You know what I mean?
Okay.
People who come watch it, like you can go this one. It's like, oh, there's no one over there, and like people can bounce in between them. Like it's kind of like having a bar right next to another bar. You know what I mean? If you don't like this bar, you can go to that bar.
But then it's just competition. Like how often do you see, let's say a McDonald's and a Burger King and a Subway all at the same fucking intersection?
Food courts.
No. But that's in a mall though.
Yeah,
but like right, brick and mortar. How many?
Up the street from here, there's literally across. There's a Burger King. Across the street is a McDonald's, and then right next to it's a Starbucks.
Wait, that's off Lancashire, right? Lancashire, Burbank.
This one's off Coldwater and Victory.
Okay, and the movie theaters right there. Because I used to live right down the street. That's why I used to live in there. Yeah, but how often do you see that though?
That's true.
Because like they almost have they have I don't know whoever thinks it up, the logistics guy, but they always think, okay, there's one business here, we're in the same business. Let's not. I mean, occasionally I probably see gas stations all on the same fucking block.
Yeah, gas station corners. Well, that's why they have that's why like dealerships are right next to each other.
Yeah, because then the customer doesn't have to go too far to compare,
and you could just compare them right there. So there are businesses like that.
I just don't see it for comedy though, because I think stand-up comedy, it's already like a luxury item.
Yeah.
So I could imagine somebody's already going to one comedy club. I don't see them, hey, right after we're done with this show, let's go to the other.
I kind of want to do now like a whole plot out every single comedy club and all over LA and just to see how far they are from each other.
Yeah.
In New York, they're probably a lot more closer, but that's different though, because they have shows like in like the 20th floor of some building and shit.
In New York. Yeah.
In New York, not here. I went to New York last year in September for a week. It was fun.
Really?
Humid as fuck.
To do comedy or just hang out?
Comedy and hang out. So it sounds like a romance novel the way I say it. It's like because what happens is I spend my mornings in Manhattan, my evenings in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Sounds like a romance novel, don't it?
How is the transportation?
Way better than here.
I never understand why our fucking shit is so bad here. Like the subways close at like 2 a.m. and I'm just like, New York, it's pretty much 24 hours?
24 hours.
Yeah, so I'm like, whatever time they take to clean, we need to do that here, because it makes no sense if a club closes at 1:30, you got to run to the fucking train, miss the train, or then do Uber or taxi or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, or risk driving yourself and then getting somebody
killed, DUI, whatever. Yeah. That's true. I mean, it's so much easier. Like I took the train and the bus everywhere. They had the little pass, like the week pass, so I bought that, and then I just went everywhere. I went subway, the buses. It was pretty fun. It was The difference is like here, everything's so sporadically spaced out, whereas everything's on that like what is it, 7 by 3 mile island.
But I've even I would say I've researched. I googled like because LA used to have a subway system and a better public transportation back in the 50s,
20s, 40s, 50s.
Yeah, even back, but even further, like in the 50s and 60s, but they got bought by fucking General Motors, which is one of the biggest fucking car companies. Yeah. So of course they shut that shit down. So now everybody has to buy more cars.
I think it was it General Motors or was it Firestone?
I believe it was General Motors.
General Motors, okay.
But I just barely glanced at it because it was just fucking.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those Michigan people.
Yeah.
Was it Michelin? I don't remember. But the reason why they did that, because I remember I looked up a YouTube clip about that too, and the reason why they did that is because they wanted to get people off the cars to sell more get off the carts, trains,
trolley carts,
to drive the cars. So then that way they would have to replace their tires more often, boosting their tire revenue. That's how but that's so brilliant, so like diabolic.
It's next level.
That shit that you're thinking about, like, okay, we're gonna do this, and it's gonna be a 50-year plan. And over these 50 years, we're gonna fucking take over the world. Like I say this, LA is a car city.
But they don't think about the future. Like, okay, so now your kids are gonna have to suffer in this fucking transit shit. But I mean, it's their family too, so they should be caring, or they should be thinking long term.
Look at this, like the people. I have a rule, like if you live east of the 405, you don't go west of it. You live west of it, you don't go east of it. You know what I mean? Best you do is you go up and down it, but you never cross that line.
Yeah.
How often do you cross the 405? Not drive on. I'm talking about crossing it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's just a natural border. We naturally borderize ourselves, and so those people in those areas, they don't care because everything they have is where they're at.
Yeah.
I mean, so, like, regardless of that, why do no buses really go to Brentwood, really? There's, like, one bus.
You got me there. Well, why would you want to go to Brentwood on a bus? Like, just to walk, hang out, look at shit you can't afford? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, some people, if you wanted to, you could. What about those people who live in Brentwood? They take the bus to get places?
Yeah.
No, they got the nice
maybe to the
car.
beach or something? I don't know.
I mean, to get the beach from here is going to take too long on the bus.
I don't want to even think about it.
I've never taken the train to the to Santa Monica, but it takes you. The bus station goes right off to the beach. It's like there, Santa Monica. If you take it,
a block away from the beach.
Easy.
But I used to live near the beach, but I didn't move out here for the beach, so I was like,
Where are you originally from?
Texas originally, and I was like what when I first moved out here, I was staying in a hostel in Venice. I probably didn't go to the beach until a year or two after I'd already been living there. Because I was like, it's the fucking beach. I'm not here for the fucking beach.
Yeah.
I'm here to fucking do acting and shit like that. So.
Okay, so you can move. How long ago was it that you moved here?
Too long. Probably over 10, 15 years. I've almost lost count.
What year was it?
I've almost lived here more than I lived in Texas.
Okay.
Like, yeah, what year was it? I know it was after fucking 9/11. That's really it. That's the only fucking time frame I can use. I know it was after 9/11.
Okay, so
because that's literally the reason why I moved out here. After 9/11, I was just like, all right, dude, what do I really want to do in life? Because like fucking felt like the world was gonna end after that shit.
I get that. Okay, that's impressive that moved you so much, and that you were so free.
I almost joined the military. But my mom didn't want me to. She's like, don't you die for this fucking country. I was like, all right.
And so instead of joining the military, you ended up trying to become an actor.
Yeah.
How'd you decide you want to become an actor?
Well, I really wasn't that scholarly. So like all throughout high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just been goofing out, fucking around. I like numbers. I almost could have been an accountant, which would have been very scary. So for my first year of college credits, I took accounting, voice and diction, different things like that. Like before then, I'd never done any like I did choir in high school, but it's like I did voice and diction which was my first step into like I'd say into acting or into the arts.
Entertainment kind of.
Yeah. I liked that class, and at the time, I believe they were filming a movie at Texas Stadium, Any Given Sunday, with Jamie Foxx. So I was working that.
Okay, so you went to UT. Or
what
not?
Are you talking about?
Oh, what school did you go to?
I mean, a community college in Plano, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no, but like they were filming that, and like I actually like being on set. It's like it's calm. We were playing hacky sack most of the fucking time. Like we play hacky sack probably 10 hours, work 2 hours out of a 12-hour day, and then go home, and then you get a check in a couple weeks. So then I started delving into like acting and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know what, I kind of like this. I like pretending to be somebody else. So there you go. Like I'm an only child, so it's like I always have to I always had like imaginary friends, or I always would act out scenes with my fucking G.I. Joes and shit like that.
I'll do that.
Create my own episode.
What I'd do is I'd get my toys, I'd put half of them on one side and half of them on the other side, like line them up, you know what I mean? And then I have a big war. Old fight. Yeah. I used to
you always got the subplots, like, all right, now so-and-so's over there fighting.
It's like, you killed my brother! No, I am your brother! How could you?
Well, yeah, I love that shit. And then what happened? So then, like, I even was offered... The guys on the set, the production crew on the set said, hey, if you ever move out to LA, if you want to work production shit, look us up. And I was like, I didn't pursue it because I was like, I still wanted to be in front of the camera. And I wish I had, because then I would have probably, because I like just the art of making film. It's like, it's very good. You know, it can be tedious at times, but hey, man, you're creating something that will last after you're dead and gone. Hey, man. Can't take that away from you.
That's true. I mean, same thing like with sports. If you become a Super Bowl, basketball champion, whatever champion, I mean, you can't take that shit away from you either. I mean, being an actor is like it's fun. It's one of those fun things. I took a few acting classes in college. I always had fun. We did. I took improv in college. I don't know what the fuck it is about improv, but every time you do improv, you always have to end it on a death scene.
And in a death scene.
Someone dies at the end in an improv show. It doesn't matter who, what, or how many, but someone dies.
See, I actually use some of the improv stuff that I've learned when it comes to doing stand-up. Like, a lot of times you always get a comedian. So, anybody from such and such or Poughkeepsie or something like that. I say, yeah, like, because they don't want people to not have been wherever. They're trying to set up their next bid or whatever. And it's like, if nobody responds, it's like, it can be deflating. And then it's just like, all right, I don't know where to go from here because my whole next bit is hopefully talking to somebody from that area. Or somebody who likes, I don't know, killing cats or something. Whatever it is. As long as it's something not crazy, I'll be like, yeah, all right, woo! But then I hate it when they're like, hey, anybody who has kids, they ask me if I have kids. I say, woo, yeah! So, how old is your child? I'm like, it's a dog, but, leave him alone. I'm trying to help you out, motherfucker. I don't like when they start asking me questions. I fucking actually am down with that shit or whatever.
I feel that. Yeah. Well, you see my shit is a lot of just crowd work, but it's it's more like yes or no, and then like I get that, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, the crowd work, I always like analogy to say, when you're doing crowd work, you're giving the crowd the knife, and you got to stab them with it before they stab you with it.
Interesting. Where did you learn that from?
It's just kind of
you just came up with that?
I came up with it a few months ago, like within like 7 months.
Them the knife. Oh,
yeah, because you're giving them the knife because it's kind of like a situation where you're giving them the opportunity to speak. You know, they can attack you and they can be funnier than you.
I don't think so. I tried to just liven up the situation because like right now I'm trying to talk about how I have a couple parody songs, but like I'm trying to figure out a way to get that as a bit. And like I always try to ask the audience, hey, any ladies out there, do you have bomb pussy? Do you have such a bomb pussy that your man sings to you? Okay, well my girl has a stupid body and has me singing stupid jokes. But it's so weird because like it's hard to just try to, I guess, break the ice in that bit because like I try to ask female comics, hey, do you have bomb pussy? They don't want to answer. And then when I get in front of a crowd, like literally almost a week ago, I asked this crowd, I'm like, hey ma'am, is your husband still with you? She just had this dumbfounded look on her face like I'm not speaking English. Like I know she's looking at me, I'm looking at her. So then I go back to this other lady. I asked her the same question, same fucking thing, like just a dumb fucking look. I'm like, I know I'm speaking English. I'm not that drunk. I didn't have anything to drink. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it's just so weird. But I'm still trying to figure it out. I've tried to ask guys. I'm like, hey, does your wife keep you sexually satisfied? Something like that. No, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm like, help me out here, bro. Like, just fucking go along with the fucking bit. Like, shit.
Yeah, I get that. It's hard being out there doing crowd work.
It's fucking ridiculous. But I try not to do crowd work, though, because I figure if I'm not doing crowd work, then it's just all about me, all about just working on the timing and memorizing what you
wrote and what you did.
Yeah, exactly.
It is hard. I mean, some people, they use crowd work as a crutch. Some people, they use it as a weapon. I think it's just like whatever your comfort level is. Like, I'm very comfortable with crowd work. Some people, they are horrible and they are horrified by it. Like, they don't want to interact with the crowd.
But whatsoever. I feel you want to have it just to be well-rounded, I guess, as a comedian. Like, because I even saw when back in the, I guess, 80s, 90s, like D.L. Hughley. Like, if somebody were to, he was one of the kings of comedy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like whenever somebody, like, let's say would walk to go to the restroom in the middle of his act, he'd like call it out and shit like that. Like, I can't understand when, let's say, somebody's doing a bit, but somebody in the crowd, like, I don't know, maybe walks out or stumbles and the comedian doesn't acknowledge it. I'm like, hey, you didn't see that fucking guy just fall on his face? Like, how are you not seeing that? But like, yeah, that's fun and interesting. Like, I don't try to do crowd work, so
I get that.
But yeah,
it's for everyone else is different. Like, so when you got here, you were staying in a hostel in Venice.
Yeah.
And so then, how did you proceed? Like, how did you try and get acting gigs?
At that time, okay, so back to before I even moved out here, I told my parents that, hey, if I don't get a job, an agent, and a place to stay in the 1 week, because I came out here, I rented a hotel. Yeah, in a week. In a week, I'm not going to move out to fucking California. And I did all three of those things. I come back home, and guess what? They donated my car to the Salvation Army. Yeah.
They didn't even sell it. They donated.
That's my whole thing. That's what I still am at a crux about. But when I first went out here, I already had an agent, so I was auditioning for some shit, and then it was just about trying to get out of that fucking hostel, and what else?
Do you still have that agent?
No, hell no. That is a bridge burned.
What?
Very badly.
How?
Well, I started doing background work, and since it's LA, there's so much work. It's like you'll always be working, doing background work until you're fucking, like, let's say, aged out or something like that. Because I used to do a lot of 18 to look younger. Because like for any type of high school or fucking shit like that, they try to use youngest looking people as possible who are over 18. Because if you got to work over 12 hours, they can't have a minor who's under 18 to do that type of shit. So like all the background, they try to look as young as possible. So I was working like crazy fucking
High School
crazy
Musical
back then.
Shit and like
that. Yeah. No, my show was fucking Boston Public. That's way back in the day.
That's before my time.
Yeah. But what happened? So yeah, Boston Public, it was at Raleigh Studios in fucking, I want to say Southgate or wherever Raleigh Studios is. But one day I actually did background work, and people were saying congratulations the next day, because it had been a weekend. Now I didn't know what they were talking about. Hey, you got a line? I was like, no, I didn't get a line. I just did background work. They had me pantomiming. I actually saw the episode. They dubbed my fucking voice with somebody else's to have me saying I'm walking out saying, and then they say, okay, catch you later, teach. And I'm like, that's not me saying that. I don't remember saying that. I didn't say that. So some other guy got residual payments, all this good shit from me doing background work. So now anytime they say pantomime, I don't do I can't do it. I'm like, I'd rather not be in the scene. Because I don't want my fucking image being taken, have somebody else fucking get paid residuals while I'm just getting paid like fucking minimum wage to do a cross. Like, I can't do it.
So you're definitely in support of this, the strike then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay. I mean, I just don't understand how it took this long for the shit to go down. Because what? With Netflix, all these streaming companies have been around for over 10 years.
About 15 years, I'd say.
Okay. So you're telling me now, at the 15-year mark, actors are getting frustrated or now realizing that they're not getting paid as much as they should be. Because they should have been doing this after the first like 2-3 years that the streaming shit even got started. Like, hey, we need to renegotiate. This is new media. We want to get our I'd say reimbursement that we should be getting.
Proper pay.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know why.
I was talking to a friend yesterday actually about this. We were talking about because she's a writer too. Mm-hmm. She's not on the podcast. This is off podcast, but we were talking about how she said pretty much like.
I don't know if you want to pause, but I need another.
Okay.
Refill, sir.
Hold on, let me just. Yes, because we could pause this.
You remember where you were talking about your friends?
Okay. Yeah. Talking about for my friend who's a writer. We're talking about the streaming issue and the difference between television and streaming. Is with television, when that shit gets played. You can see it. Everyone sees it when it gets played. Like if you're a writer for Friends and it gets paid it plays 40 times on TBS this weekend, you're getting paid for all 40 times, however much your shit worked out to. But with streaming, they don't release how many times each show gets seen. So instead of getting paid per a view, you don't get paid
a lump sum or whatever.
Yeah. Versus the same thing with music. Music is also having this problem with Spotify. And how you have to generate
millions of
views to actually get money. Otherwise, you have to get every 100 views is 1 cent or 0.0 cent. You know what I mean? That's how every 100 views. So you have to generate hundreds of views. But the way they do, and you have to do it because I was watching a YouTube video how they calculate it. If you only watch a YouTube, not YouTube, but listen to a song for 30 seconds, that counts as a listen.
Okay. So then, let's say a song is 3 minutes. That's 6 views.
That's no.
That's just one.
That's just one view.
Oh, okay.
But so they take here's an example what's that song? With Kanye West, Runaway.
Yeah.
That song is 9 minutes long. And then another song Old Town Road. That's 2:50, 3 minutes long. So to Dark Twist, the Runaway song has to be listened to 3 times as much
to get the same amount of views.
That's why a lot of these songs are now
shorter songs.
3 minutes, 250 to 3 minutes. That's how a lot of these songs.
But then you go back to also, it seems like I'd say people have a shorter attention span now because everything's a lot faster. Instagram,
TikTok,
TikTok, all those fucking reels and shit. That's kind of scary. But back to the streaming thing, I figured they aren't releasing the amount of views a project gets. But if they start doing that, then they will see, they can later judge how much compensation you should get. I don't know.
Well, they obviously track it. They have to track it.
Yeah.
Because there's no way they're not. Because how are they going to determine what they should keep, what shouldn't they keep? So they have it. They just haven't released the numbers ever. And once they release the numbers, then the actors and everyone else are going to start suing them for back pay. And so that's what I think is going to happen to all these.
Back pay?
Why wouldn't you? Because think about it, right?
Because you already signed a contract.
But you already signed a contract. But the residuals. For the residual, back pay for the residuals.
You've already given away your rights to residuals if you already signed the contract.
But it's I'm saying same thing with Friends. If TBS were to run Friends all weekend, you'd get your percentage of residuals. Yeah. If I were to watch Friends on whatever streaming service on Netflix for 40 episodes that one weekend,
got you.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say about that. That's what we came to the conclusion. That's what we between us is that's what people should be fighting for.
Yeah, I don't know. I know the studios might definitely put up a fight for back pay because Lord knows how many fucking shows and shit. Yeah, all shows before fucking streaming have probably been on a streaming platform, and it's
Speaking about streaming platform, just this weekend, just so you know, this show just got on Spotify. Yeah, so I just figured it out. So yours will probably be there the day or the day after this episode goes live.
Oh, okay.
So I just started right now up to only 25 of the episodes are uploaded right now. So it's still I'm still a backlog because you're gonna be episode 50. So we're halfway through uploading.
Yay! That's celebration.
Amen.
Cheers.
250. Number 50 right here.
Number 50. I don't know what that is in anniversary. status.
It's a good status. I mean, 50. I mean, if you get to 50 anything, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, comparatively to the context.
Yeah. Yeah.
So agent. So how did you burn your agent? How did that happen?
Well, of course, I started doing background work, and then that was fucking up her giving me auditions, because it's like, hey, I'm booked on the show tomorrow, but now she has me auditioning for a commercial. So it's like, you know, I literally, she gave me the choice. If you want to do background work, cool, you make a killing at it. But I need professional actors. So if you want to be a professional actor, you need an agent. I'm one of the best agents in town. So
what's your name? Do you want to burn her?
It was, well, I mean, she even retired from doing fucking agency shit. Howard Talent West. She was out of literally right down the street here, Toluca Lake. Okay. And I could even share a story about an accident that literally changed my life right down the street here. So one day she's like, hey, we got a callback audition for you, so you got to be there. And of course, I was booked on a show. I went to the show earlier. I'm telling him, hey man, I got to get to this audition. He wouldn't let me go. So literally after that audition, she just had all my headshots outside of her office, and I had to just come and pick them up. She didn't want to talk. It was no discussion. We've already had the discussion. So, yeah. So, literally, I walked in the rain and grabbed my shit, and I was like,
damn, that's a shit you see in the movies.
Yeah. No, but it's real. I mean, it's understood. But, I mean, like, what? I've had other agents. Another one. It wasn't so much about doing background work. It was just, I really didn't mesh. Like, I mean, I've gotten a couple, let's say, regional commercials. Nice. Some shit here and there, but it's like, nothing's that really, you know, catapulted me into next stratosphere and shit like that. But I'm trying to get back into acting, because it's like, I didn't move out here to work in a warehouse, which is what I'm doing now. So I'm like, I didn't.
But to be fair, right now is literally the worst time to get into acting.
Oh yeah. It's a bad time now, but I mean, just being here, creative shit like that. It's fun energy, good energy. Mm-hmm. You know. I'm trying to get back into that arena, as they say. But I did have I had a mental breakdown one time at an audition, but not an audition, but a callback after I drank this lovely drink.
It was just like he's talking, but he's still not finishing.
So I was auditioning for a campaign for a Pepsi commercial. So it's like multiple commercials. It's probably going to run all summer before, like, I think basketball or the playoffs or something like that. Yes. And I killed the audition. Like, I knew I fucking aced the audition. I knew I was going to get a call back. All this good shit. So, of course, I got a call back. Okay, we'll see you on Thursday. I'm told that they really like me. So, I fucking memorized. I knew the one spot back and forward, no problem. But the producers liked me. They wanted me to do, like, the one spot that I memorized. They liked me, but they didn't really, you know, they were still wavering on that. But they wanted me to audition for the other fucking spots. I didn't memorize the other spots. I didn't even have, let's see, at that time I'm trying to think if I wore glasses. I didn't wear contacts. One or the other, I either didn't wear glasses or I didn't wear I used to wear contacts, and I didn't bring contacts to the fucking thing. So they have cue cards there, but I'm trying to squint to see what the fuck I'm supposed to say. Yeah. And so that slows down the introduction with me and the other guy, and it was just like, I totally fucked up the fucking the callback, and I was crushed. Like, I literally had a mental breakdown. Like, this was like, I felt like this was my shot. Like, this is what I was here to fucking do, and it's just like I was fucking going through like a fucking moment. Like, I literally, I didn't feel right until about a week or two after the fucking callback, because I knew if I just nailed the fucking callback, I would have been off to the races. I would have at least had one campaign under my belt and shit like that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it is hard, because especially with acting, there's so many people gunning for it. If you had one bad audition, like this,
I call myself the king of first refusal. Have you heard of first refusal?
Yeah, the first one to turn it down.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I was always competing with this one guy, Shadrach Alexander III. He was on. Yeah, I know his name. I remember his face. He was on a show called South of Nowhere or North of Nowhere, somewhere nowhere, something like that. It was on NBC. I literally, like, when I saw him on TV, I was like, hey, I could do this. I was trying to be his stand-in because we looked so similar. Two black guys, dreads, whatever. But I auditioned for Fat Albert, Mumble or whatever. There's some character called. Yeah, I mean this was a while back. So he got that role. Like he got every role I auditioned for. He was the first refusal. They offered it to him first. If he didn't accept it, then I would get it. But he would never. No actor will ever not accept a role unless they're fucking in Siberia and busy as fuck. Like every role that I ever almost could have had, he got. There was some movie, Kangaroo something or other.
Jack.
No, not Kangaroo Jack. It was a group of ninja kangaroos. Knights of Virtue, something weird. Like you probably have to Google it. But either way, I auditioned for that like literally the first week I was here, and of course he got the fucking role. It was like the sequel to the movie. It was about a bunch of kangaroo ninjas, like almost like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but with kangaroos. But kangaroos instead. Okay. So he got that role, but like every role, and now he doesn't even act. He like fucking directs. So I'm like, motherfucker, I'm still out here doing this shit. I never want to be a director, but I got visions on a couple of things, but yeah, I never want to be a director. They got to worry about too much shit.
Yeah. Half
the time. What were we talking about?
We were talking about you being the king of refusals.
Oh yeah, king of first refusals.
King of first refusal. How you could have gotten that Pepsi and then you had a breakdown.
Yeah, man.
And so he's the one who got that Pepsi commercial.
No, he didn't get that one. But I actually ran into the guy who got it. But yeah, I don't even think he does acting anymore. But yeah, it's been a weird fucking career. I used to work at Bubblegum Shrimp Company on City Walk. Randomly one day, since it's right outside of the studio, some woman came in and said, hey, you got a nice look. We want to put you in it was the promo for like, I think King Kong the Ride or something like that.
Oh shit.
But of course, me being a jackass and being new to the business, I'd be like, you know what? I gotta wait for my manager to come back to ask him if I can leave to do this thing. Of course, I was working in the gift shop. So of course my manager, no, we need you here. There was nobody who came in. If I'd known now that how much of a rare opportunity that would have been, I would have just been like, all right, cool. I'll just leave, quit the job, and fucking do that promo thing.
You weren't even serving. You weren't even cooking. You were just in the fucking gift shop.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not even getting tips.
I know. Exactly.
Holy fuck.
I know. And the thing is, that gig probably would have paid like what, $20,000 over residuals and shit like that. Because it got him like what, that fucking promo or whatever is probably running at least what,
10, 20, 30 times an hour? I'd
say 100. No, not an hour, probably like 100 times a day.
Yeah.
And you're getting paid each time over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, however long that ride is going to be around. Is like, fuck, dude, what the fuck was I thinking?
I don't think that ride is around anymore, though.
No. But I mean, considering when that thing was, like they probably go through rides every 5, 6 years, maybe. Something I don't know. Like I still want to go to the fucking Super Mario World. I do.
I heard it's fun. I haven't been though. I heard, but the thing is, you got to pay extra for shit.
What do you mean extra for shit? What is shit?
So, like, they give you this wristband. You gotta pay for the wristband. If you don't get the wristband, you can't do, like, certain things. And, like
in Super Mario World?
In Super Mario World.
Oh, okay.
So, it's like there's a little added tax to it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I've seen, like, videos of it. Like, you can go in there, and, like, if you have the coin, you can, like, do this. And, like, get, like... and you punch up to a box. You know how Mario punches up to the box? And that's what you can do. And like,
it's in Super Mario Fast Pass.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know. I don't know the whole logistics of it. But from what I told from my friend, it's kind of bullshit how much they make. It's like, for the thing, it's like $30 or something like that.
Oh, $30 just to get the wristband or this? Yeah. I mean, they kind of reinvent, you know, make it look special, you know, something like that.
I guess what? Don't make me pay.
Front of the line pass is how much?
Too much.
Yeah,
50,
too much.
50
yeah, exactly.
$50 or $40 or something like that.
But it works though, because I've been to 2 or 3 fucking Halloween Horror Nights, and it's like you spend most of the time in line.
Yeah.
You only get to like 2 to 3 fucking rides. But if I had that fucking fast pass,
you know, it was crazy. Disneyland, especially like in Florida and here in LA, they were cracking down on people on going on Craigslist. Just disabled people would go on Craigslist and sell themselves to people.
What?
For their Disneyland trip.
No, stop.
And so that way they can sell themselves sounds worse. But, you know, so people would pay them so that way they can pretend to be their family members and then they can go in the front of the line.
Oh. How are they cracking down though? Like
they're going,
they do it like a
fucking, search or whatever. I don't know.
No, not a search. What would it call what the fuck is it called? Like to catch a predator. Like to do a sting operation. Try to catch a disabled person to pretending to. Wow, that's fucked up, dude.
For who? The disabled person or Disney?
I don't know. I don't know who this is more fucked up for. Because this is a person using their disability for monetary gain.
Is that so wrong?
They already getting paid by the government.
And?
What do you mean and? They're already getting paid by the government. Just because you have
a disability doesn't mean you can't be useful. Usability.
Get the fuck out of here.
Usability.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. No fucking way, dude.
You wouldn't. All right. How much would you pay a handicapped person to allow them to use them so that way you can get in front of the rides?
Never. I would never do that. Now, if I have a nephew who has like his arm is paralyzed from fucking birth, but I would never, hey, do you want to come out to California so I can go on rides with you? Like, I'd never use him for that. Now, if he's in town and he wants to go to the amusement park, hey, well, looks like we get to go on rides, we get to skip the line, just happy coincidence. I would never use him for that shit. And nor would I want to pay to use somebody for that shit. That shit's disgusting. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, but this is
Would
consensual.
You do it?
If I had a handicap, fuck it. Have people pay me like $500 and then they pay for my entry.
Hold on, wait. You're saying if you were handicapped?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, how much would you pay for a handicapped person?
Probably no more than $150.
Oh God, you've thought about this. Oh, Blaize.
Hey man, you know how long those lines are?
Yeah, I know how long those lines are. I'm eating the cost.
Yeah.
I'm paying for my ability by waiting in line on my own 2 feet.
Don't act like sometimes you're in those lines and you're like, fuck, I wish I had a wheelchair right now.
I have thought it. I've thought it.
Not even just to get to the front line, just so you can sit in line and just like roll up, you know what I mean? That's like if Disneyland had a surcharge of like $10, and at the beginning of beginning of your ride you could use the wheelchair to sit in line the whole time.
Oh fuck!
And then you return it at the front of the line.
That's evil.
That's not evil, man. How is that evil?
That's fucked up, dude.
That's not fucked up. That's just giving people an opportunity they want to.
You'd be like, oh my God, it's a miracle. I can walk. Then you get your car key. Doop, doop. Peace out. That'd be fucked up.
Throw the stroller, the wheelchair in the back. No, but I'm talking about like for waiting in line. Like they have them at the beginning of the line.
Just a chair to wait in line with.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't even thought of that yet. They probably rent it out, rent a chair, rent a seat, something like that. Mm-hmm. I could see it.
If you know how like how they have the staircase, how they have those seats that go upwards. And
the escalator, yeah.
Have that, but on the railing.
Yeah, that should work. Oh, we're giving Disney ideas. Or giving them some company ideas.
All these evil companies. Yeah. But it's fun, man. I love going to those places. But let's go back. We jumped around from But
we went down a rabbit hole of disability and fraud or whatever.
All right, but you told me before we started that you wanted to talk about how you wanted to even out the game for men.
Well, in case you can't see, I'm wearing colored.
Get a little closer.
Am I close enough?
That's better.
So I'm wearing colored contacts today rather than my usual glasses. It's Labor Day weekend, or as I like to call it, hunting season. So yes, I go to clubs trying to hunt, sir. I tell everybody,
hunt what?
Hunt pussy, sir.
Hunt pussy.
Yeah. I tell every man I see out in the streets, oh, hey, happy hunting, headshots only. There you go. No scallywags or humperlumps and woozles. If you're trying to pick up a linebacker, that's not a kill, sir. That's an act of a desperate man.
Oh my!
So I wear color contacts every now and then to level out the playing field, because I hate when a chick is wearing high heels or she's got a weave or some other pretender shit or wearing Spanx. That's fucking disgusting. Like, well,
you wear high heels?
Huh?
You can wear high heels. What's wrong with you?
I could, but I'm a man, so no, I'm not going to do that.
Technically, high heels were made for men.
What do you mean? Technically, high heels were made for men? Explain that.
It was first high heels were first made in the 16th century in France for men, for the aristocrats. So the shorter men would wear them, so then that way they'll appear taller. And so that's why high heels were first made for.
Wow. I've never
They're made for short kings.
Really? Yeah, I never heard that. I know nothing about it.
I'm very in depth in history. Like, I have a whole thing about. All right, which first lady do you think is the hottest out of all the first ladies? Or like, you know who I think
Jackie O?
Jackie O is the hottest.
Really? But who's saying who's hottest? That's my question.
Me, I am. But
okay, you're saying.
This is my thing, because like I do believe. If the best dick sucking first lady has to be Lady Bird Johnson.
How or why is she the best at sucking dick?
Because you know about Lyndon Johnson, the president, right? So there's tapes of him going. He had such a huge dick that he had to call his tailor. Hold
on, he was a white man, right? Yeah. How big could his dick be?
His dick was so big that he had to get it specially seamed at the drawing, so that he had extra space.
Oh shit!
There's
all right. That's a big dick motherfucker.
Yeah, there's stories like when he was I think he was a senator. When he was a senator, he would take other senators to the bathroom so that way they could have private conversation, and they'll start kissing, and then he would just like stand up with his dick, his hand on the side with his dick just hanging. You know what I mean?
That's a big dick motherfucker right there.
Yeah. That's what motherfuckers is like big dicks do. You know what I mean? Just go there so they can stick the dick out.
Wow. That's, yeah.
I mean, if I had a big dick, I'd be showing it off. Like, you see, like, I'd be like, hey, guys, here's my big dick.
Yeah. But you can be a grower and a shower. I don't know. However the saying goes.
Yeah.
But no, because, yeah, it's like, for me, it's like, it seems like black guys with, I guess, lighter eyes, they get more action. So, I do this, I notice a difference.
You should go with like blue eyes or gray.
See, that'd be too out of the ordinary. Like a lot of blacks say, oh, I want my baby to have light eyes. See, I'll go with hazel, because if I go blue, that must be contacts. This still seems natural. If you've never met me before, you probably think they're natural. Right?
I didn't even notice until you said something.
Oh, okay, see? So,
because I have hazel eyes, so you know.
Yeah. See, but yeah, like...
Women love hazel eyes, I ain't gonna lie. They like hazel and they like blue eyes.
Yeah.
Blue eyes. I will say that some people, not just women have such piercing blue eyes that like, when they look at you, it just like looks, you feel like you're getting frostbite. You know what I mean? It's like, it's too blue.
Yeah.
It's just so piercing. Yeah. All right, let's go back. So then acting, you didn't get a chance, you had the mental breakdown, and then what happened after that?
Let's see. After the mental breakdown, I was still pretty, I guess, young or new to not new to LA, but I was still living like right down the street, Chandler, Whitsett. Like literally, some people that I met in Texas, we all ended up moving out here around the same time, so we all just started living together. Like 3 of us were living in one apartment. Like, when we first moved out, there was probably 10 motherfuckers in a 2-bedroom. Yeah, I wasn't living there, but I was still living at the hostel. Mm-hmm. And they were all living in Hollywood at that time. And they're like, hey, man, we're all trying to get our own place. I don't know if you want to, crash there, and, we'll just split the rent evenly. So, after the mental breakdown, my boy Tim, he actually got engaged to... his chick Jennifer. So then he moved out. So then it was just me and Jeff living in that apartment. But yeah, Jeff ended up moving to Louisiana because he wanted to try his hand out there. Like, Jeff was actually He was standing in for Shaq at the time. Like, he's a big dude. Like, he's
Shaq, like fucking.
Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal.
No, O'Neal Shaq.
Yeah. Like, Jeff was like fucking. He played pro. He played NFL for like a couple years.
That's cool.
So yeah, so he's a pretty big guy. But like all he was doing was always either just background work, playing security, cop, or fucking standing in for Shaq. He went to Louisiana. He still got a lot better roles out there. But then I started working at Bubblegum Shrimp Company, and then I was trying to do that, trying to do background on the side of that, donating plasma on top of that, just to fucking strive and survive out here. And then then what? There was some other incident where I was just like, you know what? I didn't move out here to fucking just wait tables and do shit. I kind of pushed doing stand-up comedy just because I felt like I didn't have any stories or anything to tell. And then it was probably after that I started working at the Hollywood Bowl. Best fucking place to ever work because
of all the musical acts there.
See, I didn't go there with the love of music. I just went there because tips under the table, and mad money. Like during lease events when people can't bring in their own alcohol, you can make like a good $1,000, $2,000 just on tips. Like over the course of the month or two that they have lease events. So
is your waiter there?
Work concession stand. Okay. We still have like beer and wine.
For a second, I thought you meant tips in the sense that you were working security guard and you're letting people in with their own alcohol.
Oh no. But I mean, like, dude, like this, the quicker you can get people in and out, it's like they always would say, oh, whatever your bill is, hey, keep the change. That shit adds up over the course of a night. Like, it's still like what I think a couple lease events. I'd walk out with like $150. That's good. After tipping, like, let's say the runners $50 between the 5 of them. So yeah, it was good money. But I know now Hollywood Bowl, it's like they don't even have it's card only. So like no cash. So like there's no keep the change anymore. Yeah. So it's like it's fucking ridiculous. But like when I first started working at the Bowl, I didn't have a love for music until I started. Like every night, like our head manager, he'd always say, "Hey, on your days off, feel free to come by, check out a show." Like, because they give out. Well, yeah, we can get free tickets for a lot of the shows when we work up there. Like, I think one of my first shows that I went to that was free was probably a Van Halen show or something like that.
That's sick. Yeah, that must have fucking rocked.
And the thing is, when you work there, everybody knows you. So then when you go there on your day off, you're getting everything like fucking just handed to you free. Yeah. Don't worry, it's comp. Yeah, everybody's comp. Everybody's hooking each other up. So it's like just such a fun place, but it's seasonal. So like from the beginning of March to about October, you got work nonstop. After October to the next March, you got to kind of scrounge around and find work, some odd jobs or whatever. So I started working at Amazon. And now, fast forward 5 years, I'm at Amazon. Can't stand the job, but I've got money, so
fair.
I've got that to look forward to. Hell, I'm getting paid tomorrow, and I'm not even stepping one foot in the warehouse. So there you go. But that kind of like what it was. It was probably around that time. Like, hey, I want to start doing stand up. So I was doing stand up, not stand up. I was doing the open mics probably 4 or 5 years. Before I actually was like, you know what? I want to start. How do I get booked on shows? I want to start booking gigs and stuff like that.
So this is what year was this?
What year was what?
That you were working at Hollywood Bowl and after that you decided to be a comedian instead of just an open micer. Because you made the distinction right now. Like beforehand, you were just an open micer.
Yeah.
And then now you're a stand-up. You're a comic. So
I mean, I still am on the low end of the.
No, so am I. So I'm not shitting on you. I'm just that you kind of made that distinction. Yeah. So you feel like. You changed the mindset. I'd
say probably had to be at least 2 to 3 years in where it's just like I'm just getting tired of just going to mics. Like I want to actually have shows where I can invite people to
see me.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like I've got some for sure stories, go to bits and stuff like that.
So this is pre or post COVID?
This is probably, I want to say, a year before COVID.
Okay, so like 2019, end of 2018.
Yeah, and the thing is, that time I had a tumultuous issue. I had been renting a room or a guest house at a place that I met from a friend of mine that I met through the church, through church. Now, he liked a girl who doesn't really like him, and I had my dog Bowser. Bowser doesn't like most people. Bowser doesn't like this chick. She told her it's either the dog or me, but she doesn't even like him. So they devised a plan to get me kicked out of the house. Like not even give me a simple, hey man, it's not working out. You know, you're good to the end of the month. I got illegally evicted from where I was living. So like they kept all my shit because he's claiming that I owed him back rent. And it's like, I didn't owe him that much back rent, but I still deserve my shit back, and he can take me to court to resolve this issue. So I lost like probably my first 3-4 years of stand-up because I used to keep it in a book and a journal and write the shit down. But now I just use the notes app on my phone. Because now, regardless of whatever phone I have, I always have these notes.
Yeah, so you can get them on a tablet or a computer.
Yeah, but I'm lost. Oh yeah, we're talking about what started our journey into doing stand-up.
Being stand-up, not just a micer.
So it was that incident there, and then I was probably homeless for like a month. I was living in my car, but they sent my dog to the pound.
Those bastards.
Like, yeah. Because there was an incident. Like the first one night I came home, they had cut the power to my room, to my area. And I'm calling the cops like, hey, they just shut off the power to my area. I pay rent here, da-da-da-da. The cops saying, well, you should ask for a civil standby or something like that. So I can get a cop over there while I'm there to get my stuff out. Like, because I put it in my car and then just go about my business so he can handle me in court. So I saw them probably the Wednesday that week, and I was like, I honestly, I just went up there and I was like, hey, dude, let me in. I want to get my shit out. Because I'm paying the internet for this place. And I still have stuff. Like what? They locked me out of the house, so then I couldn't get to the fridge, which is where all my food is. And I'm like, I can't, like, what the fuck? Let me have my food back. Like, what the fuck is going on? So then the cops get called that day. The same girl who my boy likes, but she doesn't like him. She is the property manager. They never were going out. That's the sad thing about it. They never were going out. Like Rob is his name. This chick is named Olivia. Olivia never liked Rob. And what's
the problem? What's the what?
Rob is just desperate for her.
Pussy. He's desperate for pussy.
Yes. But he never got any. That's the thing. Like, I'll explain it to you off camera because Rob has passed away now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, don't feel sorry for him. He
deserves it.
Oh yeah. You got to hear this whole story. But so there's an altercation where I'm like trying to get into the house to get my shit out and just fucking start packing and shit like that. They call, like, while I'm on the phone with the cops, she's yelling in the background like he's hitting me. I'm not. I don't have my hands on her at all. So when the cops show up, they're there for a domestic disturbance or something like that. Yeah. When I was calling them for a civil standby. So then I'm trying to explain to them, hey, I called you guys. I'm trying to get my stuff out. They locked me out of the house. I pay rent here. They're claiming that I was only renting the area or using the place as storage. Like I never lived there. But I have fucking all these letters with my name on it because I'm using it as a residence. I have my dog over on the side, so I'm just letting my dog stay there and not living there. That doesn't make sense. But either way, over the course of that one day that I was in jail, I now have assault and battery charge on me. And I was locked out of the place, and they changed all the locks. So then after the month, my dog was in the pound. You
were there for a month or a day?
I was only there for a day. Okay. But my dog was in the pound for almost a month. Because I didn't want to put him through me living in the car. So I'm trying to save up money to get him out and get a place to stay. Closest place I could find was in Lancaster. So now I'm driving back and forth from Lancaster down to work at this Amazon warehouse and do Hollywood Bowl and shit like that. I was probably in Lancaster for a year. Felt like a decade. But yeah. Have you ever been to Lancaster?
A few times. There's no reason. It's a desolate place. It's a desolate place. It is.
I always have a joke. Hey, I used to be in prison. And by prison, I mean Lancaster. And by Lancaster, I mean a fucking prison. Like, it's because like, there is a prison up there, and there's a naval base or something like that.
Is there a naval base or Air Force base?
There's some kind of military base up there. But either way, there's a lot of air
controlled airspace.
No. There's a lot of interference with electronics and shit like that. Like you can't just let's say grab a rabbit ears and try to get TV because it's gonna get intercepted. Yeah. So like you have to get cable. And like,
first off, this is how I know this motherfucker's old, because technically you can't even use rabbit ears anymore. They're obsolete.
I don't know whatever it's called. You gotta buy antenna.
You gotta buy a special like new antenna now.
Okay, but either way, you have to buy. But even with that, you can't get any reception over there. And plus the streets, they all have like fucking letters or numbers. That's it. There's no actual street names up there.
There's no like Williamsburg Drive.
Yeah. There's Avenue A, K. To whatever.
First and second.
Yeah.
I guess you. That's how you know it's ghetto.
So then it was when I'm just like, dude, I gotta fucking get out of this fucking area. Like I that was the point I literally was almost about to move back home to Texas, because I was like, dude, I don't need this drama. This is not what I signed up for. This, that, and the third. But I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm here. I'm in it to win it. So I got my dog back, and then I ended up where I'm at now, which is instead of 60 miles. In Lancaster, I'm now 30 miles in fucking Rolling Heights. So I drive.
Okay. Rolling Heights is nice though, because I grew up in Diamond Bar.
It's too quiet.
It is.
It's like after 11 o'clock, most of the...
Not even 11 o'clock. After like 10.
There you go. Everything's shut down. I'm like, I want fast food. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I can't fucking go anywhere.
That's what my dad loves about it. Because my parents, like my dad's from Mexico. You know, when he moved here, he moved to LA. He just hates all that city noise.
Yeah.
There's no city noise. You sit out. You can sit in your front yard. Crickets.
Not a damn.
Crickets. You know.
No sirens. No nothing. Because I tried living in Hollywood maybe 8 months. After that, I couldn't do it. Because like there's people arguing and fighting for no fucking reason
every night
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Every night.
I'm like, bitch. Go to fucking sleep.
I mean, you see where I live. Like, there's every day just sirens.
But I'm trying to move back to the valley at least, because I've lived here the longest out of all the places. I'm hoping like Reseda. Wait, what?
Sorry.
Something wrong with Reseda?
No.
Shots fired.
Wrong pipe.
Blaize says he can't swallow the fact that I want to live in Reseda.
First off, why the fuck would you want to live in Reseda? That's
cheap.
That's why.
There you go. Like I'm pretty sure I could get a studio for less than $1,500.
Yeah.
Now I can deal with that. And then it's like people don't realize it, but the stigma of saying that you live in LA. Once you get out here and live in LA, you realize it's all LA.
Yeah.
Like if I live in Rolling Heights, I live 30 miles outside of LA. I still say I live in LA.
Yeah.
Because I'm in LA County. But like unless you live in LA, you don't understand that whole dynamic. You don't have to live in LA to live in LA. You don't have to live in Hollywood to live in Hollywood.
Because you live right now, you live east of the 605. So like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with me, I divide LA into like 3 quadrants, kind of.
Okay,
so there's the west quadrant, which is west of the 405.
Okay.
Central quadrant, which is the center, which is in between 405 and the 605. And then there's 605 east.
Really?
Yeah, because like most people who you hang out who live in the IE, the Inland Empire where you live, like they don't come past 605 rarely.
Really? Cause I pass the 605 every time to get to work and shit like
but
that.
that's because you have your shit already out here. You moved out there out of necessity, like. Yeah. But if like for people who grew up out there, they don't go like you know it's funny. So you probably take the 60 freeway right the Rolling Heights at
all the way.
The little area where the little China shop area is.
China shop
or whatever where they have all that lettering on the Asian lettering.
Oh yeah. No, I call it Asian Vegas.
Yeah. No. As a kid, I didn't know any better, so I'd call it Chinatown. And so every time we would pass it, I was like, "Oh look, there's Chinatown," but it's not even. It was even worse. It's all Korean. It's not even Chinese. It's Korean.
Yeah. I call it Asian Vegas because once the lights go down, I can't understand any of the lettering on any of the buildings. I'm just like, all right, I know that's a Carl's Jr. Mm-hmm. I know that they got a Cane's.
Mm-hmm. They have actually if you go there, shh, don't tell anyone this, but.
Oh yeah, don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone. But for years, there's been like an underground. What's that? That chess, the Chinese checkers kind of thing.
Chinese checkers.
It's not Chinese checkers because that's it's the one where with the black and white circles kind of, and you move.
You jump over with marbles, right? No, that's Chinese checkers.
No, you don't jump over marbles. It's like you put one place here, you put one place here, and you're like.
You got me, man. I'm not Asian, or I'm not that Asian. Yeah,
I don't know. They have that there. They have underground.
What do you mean that there? They have an underground that
gambling ring there.
An underground that.
That one. I forget. I don't know what the name of the shit is. I just know what it looks like. It's the one where it's like the ones where they put it down.
Oh wait, hold on. Like when you put it down, you change the color from black to white.
No.
I don't know. We got to look this up because I don't know. Because I don't. If there's an underground of anything, I don't know. I don't know anything. Because I'll go to Pomona to party. Because out there's more of a night scene and shit like that. Because in my area there isn't any. There isn't any type of action at all.
This one right here.
Well, what is it called?
It's just not even saying it.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the game.
But like when you put it down, then you change all the colors.
You don't change colors.
You blocked.
You're trying I don't even know the point of the game really. I never played the game.
Mm-hmm.
Go game set.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the.
But there's like people who play that like underground.
Yeah, so gambling.
That is crazy.
Set. That one and then the dominoes. They do dominoes on there too.
Dominoes. That's right up my alley. I'm not that great at dominoes. I don't like the whole slamming thing because I'm like, dog, it's not about even being civil. It's just like you're ruining the board. Like you slam a domino down, you're gonna knock the pieces all over the place. Like just calm down. That and spades. I'm like, I don't get how people. I like spades, but I'm not trying to kill somebody over cutting fucking. The suit and shit like that.
Yeah, but that's how I kind of divide LA. It's 405, 605, and the dividing line horizontal is the 10 freeway.
Huh.
The 10 freeway, like there's north of 10 and then there's south of the 10.
Oh, okay.
How do you feel? So
but I drive so much I don't feel I don't see those borders and those restrictions.
Said, man, how often you go past the 405?
Well, what? Tonight I'm going to Culver City. Okay. So where's that? Yeah, and I always go on Sunday night. There's a free club in Culver City, so I always go.
What's
there.
the free club?
It's called Carbon Lounge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's off of. There's the thing called the Media Park, and it's right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's free hip hop. But I always go there on Sundays.
He's going hunting tonight, girls.
Yes, headshots only. There you go. But yeah, I always go there, and then what? Like I come up here for Liquid Zoo. So I'm used to commuting and just going all over the place. I haven't been to Pomona in a while just because I think I was only going out there because it's like COVID and you know.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to go to. Yeah. There's a lot of places out there. Like downtown Pomona is pretty cool. Like the Fox Theater is cool.
Yeah.
There's not the only place out there really that I know of is Chatterbox on Thursdays. And then they got the Brea Improv, and then the Ontario.
See, the thing about Brea Improv is they had an open mic. I was going to that. I was liking it, but it shut it down like late last year. So now there's no open mic for the Brea Improv. I'm told all you got to do is submit like some material and shit. So I got to get on that to submit there. And I've tried Chatterbox too, But Chatterbox, it's only 3 minutes.
That's the problem with
Chatterbox. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I want to go, but damn, like, I got to be up early.
But the problem the reason why it's 3 minutes is because there's like 80 comics there.
Oh, yeah.
It's packed. Every time you go
because they're thirsty. There's no, like, good, legit spots.
Laugh Factory just opened a West Covina one, didn't they?
Huh? When? What was this?
Just like a few months ago. Like, they just opened
I have not even heard about it.
Yeah, so Laugh Factory just opened up a spot in West Covina.
Huh. Well, how did you hear about it?
People through this podcast. I asked people, like, "What do you do? Where do you go?" And people was like, "West." They're saying they just started
West Covina Laugh Factory.
Yeah, I think it's right there. You know where the Edwards Theater is?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I know West Covina.
West Covina is a nice city. I ain't gonna lie. Anyone, I like the IE. Everyone who lives there, they're all retired gangsters. There's no real like there's no real gangsters in the IE. Pomona people say, "I'm from Pomona, fool," and I was like, "So what, fool?" Like once you hit the IE, like it's all retired gangsters. There's no real like I hate how these people is like, "Oh, I'm from," like even people's like, "I'm from Roland Heights."
See, I hate when people just try to claim their area. Like everybody's from somewhere, so like it doesn't really fucking matter where you're from, where you grew up. Like motherfucker, we're all here, and here we are. Like I don't know, I never understand. Like I can't set claim fucking Dallas out here. So it's like what the fuck?
You can, but you're gonna get your ass beat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna, especially if you go to a Dodger game.
Yeah, unless I meet a whole clique of fucking Dallas people out here.
Nah, you won't even get lucky out here. Yeah, you won't even get that lucky out here. So all right, so but okay, so what was your first set? Where was the first place you did comedy?
First place, I actually did comedy in Ice House for the first time. Yeah. Well, hold on. First set was there. Like you're talking about first time doing stand up like as an open micer?
Open micer, yeah.
Open micer?
No, your first ever set. Like the first time you went up there, you had a written set. You were like, I'm gonna do this.
Okay, I'd have to say it was a Tsunami Cafe in it's no longer around. Yeah. Like if you're ever in Hollywood, there's a Sweet Greens on Sunset Junction area. Yeah. So that used to be Tsunami Cafe, and they had I believe it was like a eclectic, like let's say vintage shop, and then after hours they do comedy, and in the basement they had fucking Alcoholics Anonymous, but it was Celebrity Alcoholics Anonymous. Like supposedly every now and then I would see Colin Firth there.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, dead serious. And the host would always have to remind him, now guys, up here we're doing comedy. If you're not a comedian and you need to be downstairs for the AA meeting, please go down to the AA meeting. I don't want to call you guys out. But yeah, he'd always fucking open with that shit. I laughed my ass off. Mm-hmm. But that was the first place that I actually started doing stand-up.
Do you remember what your first set was about?
Well, at the time, I like right now I'm wearing contacts. At the time, I was wearing glasses and I didn't wear glasses a lot. So one of my first bits was like, this is my first time doing comedy wearing glasses, and it's like I actually miss doing comedy without wearing glasses because of my stigmatism, I can only see half the people who aren't laughing at my jokes. There you go. That was like my first. That was like my first bit ever. But I learned a lot there. Back then, I wasn't really writing or concentrating on what I was saying. I literally just going up and just almost ranting half the time. So like I didn't really rehearse what I was doing, nor was I recording or grasping what I was saying. So back then I think it takes a bit of time to find your comedic voice. So over the course of being there, doing other open mics, I guess I finally found my voice, what I want to say, things I want to get across. Every now and then I probably still will do a little rant set about some weird shit that I see on the news and shit like that. But yeah, I'd say I'm more of a quirky, dorky kind of guy. Yeah. I don't really talk about getting a lot of sex and slaying pussy because that's just not what I do.
Just tonight. Right.
But tonight, yeah. Tonight I'm fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator. if it bleeds, we can kill it. I normally just do corny, random ass shit. What I'm talking about, how I currently am dating smarter, not dumber, not smarter. Mm-hmm. And then I start talking about chicks who fall for some of the lines I tell them.
Yeah.
Which I don't really tell them. I'm good for now. I don't know how much longer we're gonna go.
I ain't got no plans tonight.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I'll take another drink.
Take another drink.
Yeah.
I got you, man. I was planning on getting another drink in like 10 minutes. No, we'll just keep recording. But just keep talking about like your journey.
Well, yeah. I mean, cause I've been sad for probably like almost 10, 15 years now, and it's like I actually got a. There was a group that was doing a workshop through SAG called Cool Beans Comedy. Cool Beans Comedy, and it's like literally a 101 crash course on stand-up comedy, and I did learn a lot from them, like how they say that like the K is funny, K's and puh sound like the k sound, so like. Even whenever I do like stand up now, like I try to do a punchline where it's like a k, puh sound, because that's funnier than, because like whenever you hear it, your ears will notice that more. Yeah, perk up.
Puh. Like I mean, like cut the cunt and punt are pussy.
Yeah, similar, but yeah, you don't have to go that far with it. But yeah,
I was just being.
But just the K sound itself, it attracts the ear. So like a punchline, like rather than saying something about, let's say, salamanders, you could probably say cod. I don't know, something. Just the sound itself is funnier than a regular word.
Interesting. I never heard that before.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's actually quite. There's one thing I always like to ask comics when they take classes. Like, what is the one thing you took away from a class? So, ka and
put those sounds that pop. But yeah. Like, even listen to anybody who does stand-up. Normally you'll see that. But then again, now it just seems like comedy is in a weird spot. Would you agree?
How so?
Well, I mean, there's no, like look back in the 80s. Always have to go back to the 80s because I feel back then you could get away with anything. Like, got Andrew Dice Clay, fucking Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield talking about his wife and shit like that. Yeah. You can't really say that same shit now and get the same response. So you have to change it up, and like everybody's so sensitive now, but like there's still like as long as I'm making fun of myself, I can make fun of black people all the time. Yeah. Like if you were to get on stage and start talking about black people be like, what the fuck is going on with why are you talking about black people?
Yeah. It's like, what, you got a problem with black people or
something? Yeah. So there's always that, but then it's like even now, like I just had an incident yesterday. I'm doing DoorDash because I do that on side of my warehouse job, where I'm asking a person who looks like a man in all outward appearances, taller than me, more masculine. I'm asking, excuse me, sir, the code is 8576, right? For the restroom. 8576, right? Sir? I'm waving, like he's literally standing in front of me. I'm trying to wave because I'm thinking he's mute. Like he can't hear me. He says, it's actually ma'am. He had a deeper voice than me telling me that he identifies as ma'am and not sir. I was like, code is 8576, right? Like I didn't even acknowledge what he said. Yeah. Like I'm not trying to play that game. Yeah. I gotta take a piss. Otherwise I'm gonna piss on this fucking floor. Yeah. It's like, this is what I need to know. Whatever your identity issues are.
It's ma'am!
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know how to react.
I don't, honestly, first thing, I just don't care. That's why I call it from bitch. It's an L bitch. Because, like, it doesn't matter. Male, female, bitch. Male, bitch. Everyone's like, I'm not a bitch. But then misgender you to that. It's like, no. Hey, shut the fuck up, bitch. If you want to play this pronoun game with me, you a bitch. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. It's like, you shouldn't call. You hear my joke about people shouldn't call me. You shouldn't call people that. If you get offended by me calling you bitch, you know what that means? You're a bitch.
Well, yeah, like that. But that's the first time that's happened. Like normally, I don't really have that issue.
Yeah.
Like Like, I literally spent New Year's, not this past New Year's, but New Year's before, with a guy who dresses as a woman. Goes by Scarlett. I've never called him sir. I know he's a bit effeminate. I don't call him ma'am either. I just, hey, Scarlett. You know, hey, where's the after hours? That's all I care about. I'm not trying to get in his pants, and he's not trying to get in mine. I could give a fuck. There you go.
I get that.
Live and let live.
Hey, man, because I don't really care. Because I had a friend of mine, I had a situation with a friend of mine's, like, right after I had graduated high school. It's funny to this day because I still bring it up to this person because she's a lesbian. She's always been a lesbian, and she's always dressed butch. She's always a butch lesbian. And so we're hanging out, we're smoking, and I had no idea that these two people had beef.
These two people?
Well, my friend, who's a lesbian, and this other guy who I was getting the weed from, he was like, oh, blah, 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 this and that. And he was saying some shit. I don't remember what the fuck he was saying. He's like, if you want to dress like a man, you can get hit like a man. If
what?
You act like a man, I'm going to treat you like a man.
What?
Yeah.
What? Hold on. How did this just start happening?
I didn't know. No, it was shit that had been built up that I didn't know of. That I didn't know of, right? And so there's like 5, 6 of us, right? And they're literally across the circle because we're in a circle, we're just smoking in a circle. And she's like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck you up. And I drove there, right? And so this person, she's like 5'5", like 80 pounds, like thin. You know what I mean? But dresses butch. And so she tries to like fight him, and she literally.
What?
I'm in the middle. So he's here
in the circle.
There. Yeah, he's here. He's there. I'm here, right? And there's like people in between us, right here. And as she goes and tries to punch him, I literally reach my arm out and I pick her up and I put her over my shoulder. It was literally like a cartoon. She was just trying to like punch and kick and shit. She's like, "I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up." And so I had a Mustang at the time. I had a 2-seater Mustang, and I put the back seat because you have to put the front seat back. So I threw her in the back seat, locked the doors
with the child lock.
With the child lock on, and I was like, "I'll see you guys later." And then as I'm speeding off, she rolls down the window and trying to go, "I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up." Yeah, that shit was fun because I didn't know about this shit.
Sounds funny.
Because she was pissed off. I was like, she's like, I'll fuck
from
you
what?
Because he keeps saying, if you're gonna act like a man, I'm gonna treat you like a man. You're a bitch. You'll put.
Like, but how does it escalate to that already?
I didn't know.
Like, what the fuck happened?
There was post stuff.
He tried to hit on her, and she's like, "I don't roll that way." Like,
that's what I'm assuming that happens. You know what I mean? Like he tried to like hit her up, and she was like, "Nah, bro," kind of shit. They were seniors in high school, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I had just graduated, and I was just hanging because we're friends. We're just hanging out. I'm still friends with this person to this day, and it's one of those things that we always talk about.
Here's a question: how long after you graduate high school is it not okay to still be hanging out in high school? 2 years?
1 year is okay because that's juniors. They were 1 year under you. Year 2, they were sophomores. What do you do talking to sophomores as a senior, bro? Sophomores, get the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? Because like a few of the juniors, like because I played sports, so I was friends with a lot of juniors. So I'd go back and I'd watch some of the juniors play. You know what I mean?
Really, you watching? Because I looking for talent.
What? No, not looking.
Headshots only. This guy.
No, because I did football, wrestling, and track.
Okay.
So I would go watch some of the football games. I watched some of the basketball, like because I lived really close to school. And so I would go hang out with some of my friends who were still like, who were still in high school, who were juniors, and I'd watch them play a game, and then afterwards, hey, let's go have something to eat, and we'll hang out for an hour or two, get home by midnight. You know, kind of high school bullshit kind of shit.
See, I kind of see. I gotta admit, from graduating high school and not doing shit in college, and still living in the town I grew up in, like I would go to parties. That let's say my cousin fucking, hey, go to a party, but it's like, okay, I'm kind of older than most of these other people. But then when you see one of your older classmates at the same party because it's his house and shit, like, it was like so weird. Like, yeah. Like,
the thing is, you grew up in a small town, what, 800 people?
Well, no, our graduating class was probably like 800 to 1,000 people.
Yeah, our graduating class was like 1,000 something.
Yeah. But it's just so weird. Like we're both out of high school 2-3 years into college, and we're at this high school party, and we're just like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Honestly, after the age of 25, like until I graduated college, like I would hang out with 18 and 19 years because I was in college, right? But since I graduated college, like I don't fuck with girls under the age of 25.
Yeah, 25.
25.
I'll be 21. 21, at least, hey, you can legally drink.
The difference why is I'm the opposite of the Leo line.
No, I don't know the Leo line.
The Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, okay. Not horoscope.
No.
I thought you were talking about horoscope.
No, horoscope shit.
Okay, so what is this now?
Leo DiCaprio, the actor.
What is this?
So he doesn't date any women over the age of 25.
Oh,
once they hit 25,
they
dumps them.
That's
the whole thing. Like, I call that the Leo line. That's the Leo line right there. So I date above the Leo line.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about horoscopes.
No, this ain't some horoscope shit. I ain't into that
okay, because I was like, yeah, dude. I'm like, cause see, I'm into like fucking crystals and shit like that. Like I believe like.
I mean, look at the big ass crystal in your neck.
Huh?
So look at that big ass crystal in your neck.
Yeah. Well, this one's good, man. It's like it's fucking got the tree pendant, and
because you have two crystals. So can you describe us what or both
this
of them?
One?
Yo, both of them. There's that one and this one.
Well, this one is a tree pendant, and then it's also the big white bluish crystal is opalite. It supposedly helps me, let's say, vocalize what I want to say, because I always have an issue like I'd start rambling and just not. I wouldn't say I don't make sense, but I'm not cohesive. I'm not very cohesive in what I say. I feel when I wear it, I feel more calm, more focused on what I want to say, what I want to get across, shit like that. And then the other one, this is just the seven chakras? 7-point chakras.
Yeah, it goes from the head, the crown, to the.
See, I don't know all that.
I know a little bit.
Yeah, see, I wear it because I feel it helps me, calms me down, stuff like that. Because like for me, I've always been pretty. Live in the moment, pretty high strung. I don't drink caffeine.
I don't either. I don't drink caffeine either.
I can't do caffeine. What's another thing I can't stand? A lot of gum has this chemical in aspartame. Like every time I chew gum like that, after like let's say an hour, I start getting migraines, and I couldn't understand why I was getting migraines so much because I was chewing a lot of gum, and then I was like, okay, let me switch to this aspartame free gum. And that shit is fucking.
What's aspartame? Like, what brands are aspartame?
The one I know, the one I use is Pure, P-U-R, with an accent over it. It's sold at Whole Foods.
Oh, that's my problem. I don't go there.
Well, I mean, that's literally... The sad thing is, I literally only go to Whole Foods just to grab a pack of gum.
But we were talking about grocery stores. Like, I was talking about Vallarta's earlier. And, like, you were talking about, like, how they treat people out there. But, like, my thing is, the first time I went to Vallarta's, I went to the Pasadena Vallarta's. Oh, my God. That was the first time I understood why white people love Whole Foods so much.
Why?
Because, like, when you go to Whole Foods, like, I didn't get it. Like, they have all this shit, like, I don't want. It's, like, all these white products. And then you go to Vallarta's and you get all that Mexican shit, and you're like, oh, I get it. It is all the Mexican shit, like all that shit, like the Mexican candy, the Mexican cleaning products, like the Fabuloso and shit. Like I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know about the Fabuloso. So it's kind of like that. Like I was like, oh, okay. White people go to Whole Foods because they got that white shit, and Mexicans go to Vallarta's.
I just found out. I'm a bit of a lush. I love beer. Did you know that they make what? Jarritos hard soda?
Jarritos?
Yeah, the same fucking soda. They make that in an alcoholic like beverage version. It's like fucking. It's the malt beverage, but
malt.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, what? Ugh.
Malt is so bro. Malt gets my stomach in the bubblies.
Really?
It's too heavy for me.
Oh,
that's why I like liquor. Liquor's a lot lighter.
See, yeah, but the thing is, this fucking. Like, I mean, I trust you love Jarritos, right? Yeah. But, like, the fact that they make it in an alcoholic version, I've been trying to search for it literally this whole summer. I've been to about 5 to 6 Bevmos. They're all out. They all of them only had, like, 3-4 cases of the variety pack, which has, like, all, it's multi-flavored. So it's got pineapple, tamarind, fucking...
What's the red one again?
Huh?
The red one.
Strawberry?
Is it strawberry?
Fresca?
Yeah.
I think Fresca and something else. But either I'm really just trying to drink the tamarind one because I like that. That is a fucking hard liquor. It's hard soda, I know it.
See, the thing is, like as a kid, all we do is just put tequila and we put that shit in it.
Really?
Yeah, because tequila goes good with everything.
No, I hate tequila. Tequila gives me the fucking bubble gut.
The bubble gut.
I can't, fuck, dude. I can't fucking focus.
For me, tequila gives me heartburn.
Really?
Like, it really fucks with my heart. Like, that shit, like, when I say that shit, like, I can feel it in my heart. Like, that shit makes my chest warm and shit. And that shit really gets my heart.
But I've been talking to other Bevmos. They're saying that there's only one distributor of the Doritos hard sodas. So they're all, like, months behind on their order. Like, they only ordered a couple cases. Now they're out. They've been out for, like, months.
Yeah.
Every time they have it, it'll come in for, like, almost a week, and then it's sold out.
Gone.
Like they make the tall boys, but I don't want to buy a tall boy. I feel like I want to share it with people. And like right now they have a 6-pack, just orange. It's called a Carnita, something like that.
Yeah, I like the orange one. The orange ones are the ones that bang the most. Everyone loves the orange ones.
Toss them back. It's like fucking so delicious. I don't get fucking headache because normally like if I have a Smirnoff or some kind of like really sweet soda, so alcoholic beverage, it's like I get a headache, but I don't get a headache with that.
What about with the Aces? Because the Aces is pretty sugary. Because this is that the Bloody Mary one.
Well, this one's blood orange.
Blood orange.
But but like the one I really got hooked on was guava. I love the guava.
Don't even get me started on guava. Guava is the shit.
My boy, I tried to introduce him to that shit. Gave him a free fucking beer. Like, I hate guava. I'm like, motherfucker, how do you hate guava? I don't know.
Guava's so refreshing.
For him, I guess it's too... It's not that it's too sweet. It's just too thick. Like, the guava cider is thicker than he's used to. But like, I just like the
syrupy.
flavor.
I think that's the word he's... Because the thing is, like, for the longest time, I was trying to be a Jack and Coke guy. Mm-hmm. Because of Frank Sinatra. In college, I went through a huge Frank Sinatra phase. You know, Blue Eyes.
Yeah, Blue Eyed Soul.
Yeah, Blue Eyes. I was really into Frank Sinatra in college. Uh-huh. I tried to do it. Nope.
What?
Too syrupy.
Oh,
too syrupy.
really?
Like, when you drink it, it tastes like syrup. It's just so thick.
Huh.
Like the liquid is thick.
Huh.
Like it tastes like
Jack and Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
It's thick because Coca-Cola is very syrupy.
Yeah.
And then Jack Daniels is also very syrupy. And then it's just like double syrup.
See, when I used to drink hard liquor, it was always just a hard liquor mixed with Gatorade. So like we were going to Saddle Ranch. We're just gonna be dancing and headshots only, hunting. So that's my only experience with hard liquor. I never just sit around.
Well, it took me a while to cultivate. It took me years to cultivate my drink because like now I drink mainly Crown Royal and Sprite. Because it was my boy from Caesar. Love you, Caesar. He lived with me for like 3 months because he was going through some shit. But he's from Louisiana. Motherfucker is funny as shit. This motherfucker was just like
I'm surprised he didn't get you hooked on lean or some shit.
No. He was a little older. He was a little, like when I was in my 20s. He was like he got disbarred. He used to be a lawyer in Louisiana, but then he got disbarred. Wow. So there's a whole story about him. I don't really know everything. I just know like little clips and bits about it. But like from what he told me, like he was like in a huge like civil lawsuit. The state sued him. Like the FBI was after him. I don't even know. Some shit like that. You know what I mean?
It just sounds.
And then he went in and we met at the University of Hawaii. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna live here the rest of my life. And he went to Hawaii so that way he can get his history degree. And he was gonna write his autobiography.
From having a history degree. Oh, I don't know.
Don't ask me.
Okay.
He's funny. He's fun. This motherfucker, like literally, all we do would go to class and we would just get drunk and just hang out the rest of the day. Like we would just drive around like all over Hawaii. And it was like, we're gonna drink here, we're gonna drink there. Shit. We've been here over an hour and a half now. You guys want to be tonight?
Well, I'm probably gonna hit up the zoo.
The zoo. Liquid Zoo is a fucking.
Yes.
It is one of those places.
I tell everybody about it because I'm like, dude, this is the spot.
I've had
especially
some
on
people
a Sunday
who don't
night,
like it.
like fucking. What do you say?
I know some people who don't like it.
I don't know. No, I mean, it's not for everybody. But I mean,
why
on a Sunday
isn't it
night,
for everybody?
I guess, like I was saying about how comedy attracts weirdos. Liquid Zoo attracts its own set of valley weirdos.
Yeah, heard.
So, but it's like it's the lighthouse for weirdos in the Valley.
What about okay, in the Valley, true. What about Accidental Chaos? I call that the frat house of comedy.
I love it. Mm-hmm. I love it though, because
that's not me sharing it. That's me like giving it its due praise. Yeah, it's the frat house of comedy.
Because for me, I explained to me, okay, let's say Animal House.
Yeah.
Was a comedy.
That's Accidental Chaos.
That's Accidental Chaos. Like, I love how, like, half of the audience, like, if you say something that does not make sense, they will call you on your bullshit.
No,
like,
they'll boo you. They will boo you there.
I've never been booed there.
I've seen it.
I saw a fight just this past week, like
at Accidental.
Yeah, well, not a verbal altercation.
Okay.
Like a guy's talking about, oh yeah, well, I'm trying out material because I have somebody from some agency going to see me on Monday. I'm like, motherfucker, who cares? That's all. Like, this is fucking accidental. Nobody fucking cares. Like, just do your shit.
Do your shit.
But
don't
he keeps getting
impress people. Don't impress people at accidental.
Yeah, like don't try to name drop like in this motherfucker. But it's like one of the other people I'd say regular, somebody I see around. I guess she's being supportive. But he's like, hey, could you set up? Because I'm working on my material. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's trying to help. I don't see her as being a heckler for somebody else. And it's just like, their voices just kept getting raised. Like, he can't do his bit because she keeps interjecting. She's interjecting because she's trying to be supportive. It was like a verbal back and forth. Like, I'm like, dude, we all wait like a good probably 30 minutes to an hour just to get up. And I'm like, use your time.
Wisely.
Like, that's what she kept. Yeah, that's what she kept saying. Hey, do your set. Do your set.
She kept saying, "Do your set."
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? God, what the fuck? I actually had to step out of the room because I have a superpower, not very well known. It's called minding my motherfucking business. Like, whenever I hear some shit going down, I'm like, all right, that's my cue to leave. I walk out.
No, not for me. When I hear my superpower is the opposite. It's my turn to interject. Yes, I call myself the Spike Lee.
The interject.
I'm Spike Lee. You know how Spike Lee's at the basketball court for the Knicks? He's saying shit from the sideline, from courtside seat. I'm a courtsider, man. I'm saying some shit from the courtside and watching you motherfuckers get at it.
The Instigator, starring Blaize. In theaters this fall.
Amen.
No.
People will only start falling, not me though. You hear what he said about your mama? What did he say about my mama?
No, see, when I get really drunk, then I'll do that shit. But like overall, I'm trying to not. I don't want drama. My family is fucking all about fucking confrontation, fucking arguing. I can't stand that shit. I don't want that in my house. I don't fucking need it, dude. I just.
That's why he only has a dog.
Yes, that's all I need. Like. The second I ever even have a fight or something that might even sound like a fight with a chick, it's like, all right, on to the next one. I'm not here for confrontation.
You don't need to be. Because, like, everyone's like, there's so much anger in the world.
This is true.
People just need to relax and realize that, like, not everything's about them. You know what I mean? People always want to make everything about them, and that's what they get so angry about. Oh, you're talking, no. Everyone's, like, so self-interjecting.
But you think that is a LA mentality, or you're saying that's a universal
mentality. It doesn't matter about LA, Texas, New York, Italy, fucking Japan. I don't give a fuck. Like, there's a lot of people, they like to. It's little dick syndrome. You know, these little dick motherfuckers who come in, they always have to interject themselves into. Doesn't matter white, black. There's always that person who has to interject themselves and make everything about them, and they always like take it to offense about it. You need another drink?
No, I'm good with that. That will tide me for the rest of the time.
I feel you.
And then I got to do some DoorDash with some adult beverages in my system. I don't mind it. I got in a fight with one chick at Third Wheel because I'm telling her, hey, dude, I enjoy drinking and driving. Amen. I don't give a fuck. Like as an adult, that's the one thing I can control. I can enjoy my time. I'm not out to kill anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, this. I'm at peace. I can actually think up some creative ideas while I'm driving, and I've had a couple brews in me. Yeah. She's telling me, you can't do that. Like, bitch, I do it. Now what? Are you gonna fucking wrestle me for my keys? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Is she gonna try and like call the police on you?
No. She's
no, that's the thing, because if she tried to call the police, that's hearsay evidence.
What is that?
Hearsay evidence.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, like, if you were to leave my place and I were to call the cops and say you were drunk, then that's hearsay evidence.
So, but why would you do that unless to be an asshole?
Exactly, I wouldn't. But that bitch might.
No. She's cool. I mean, she's another comic. But it's but there's other people doing a whole lot of other shit. I don't do coke. Nope. I don't do heroin, Molly, any of this shit.
I just smoke weed and drink alcohol.
My vice is fucking beer. Like, that's all I need in life. If you ever hear a story about me fucking dying of a heroin overdose, it was Illuminati. I was like, yeah, it wasn't fucking me. I don't do that shit. I hate needles with a passion.
Same.
Like, even for me, like, to do the plasma fucking donation, it took me at least, like, 3 times to not have somebody holding my hand while I was doing it. See, motherfuckers laughing. I'm like, dude, I hate needles with a passion. It's fucking...
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, though. Yeah, but, like, for me, like, I get acupuncture from time to time.
Acupuncture? Okay, and you hate needles.
Yeah.
But that is something that you literally sign up for.
Yeah. So, like, my acupuncture, she makes fun of me. Because, like, when she pokes me, I flinch a little. You know what I mean? And she's like, I know you're okay. I know it's just because you don't like it. Because she makes fun of me. She's like, I know
you do your back, or what do you do?
Full body.
Woo.
The craziest one is when they went into my ear right here.
And that is to relieve pressure, stress?
Yeah. Pressure, stress.
I've never done it, but I thought about doing it.
It's good. Like, I would say that's the first time I ever did acupuncture. I was face down. She had all the from my neck all the way down to my feet, right? And my neck, I was just face down. I wasn't moving. My neck self-adjusted by itself.
What do you say?
Self-adjusted. You know when it, like, you feel like click. That, like, when you go like click, when you adjust it, it did that by itself. Like, I wasn't moving or anything. Just went boom, and I was like, I felt so much relief in my head and neck.
I could imagine.
Yeah, it was like boom. I just
How
felt
much
all
was
the
it?
blood. I have insurance, so it was like $39, something like $38.
I might have to get that info from you, because that's something I always wanted to do, but it's like, I'm always too busy because I have some stress in some areas, and I'm like,
man, you got all that weight on your head. Those dreads weigh you the fuck down.
Yes, they do. But I don't notice it until after I've showered and my hair's wet, and then it's like, all right, dude, I tried to go for a walk, and I was just like,
it's fucking heavy.
Yeah.
I feel that. I mean, my hair's not as heavy as yours. I mean, I got long hair, but not as long as yours. How long have you been growing your hair
out? Probably as much as I've been here. So. Probably like 20 plus years.
Nice.
Like, it should be a lot longer, but like when I first moved out, I just kept it in a weird like bob. So I always would trim the ends. I'd get them retwist and just trim it. But then I just started growing it out. Like,
do you prefer the long or the shorter?
Well, I prefer the longer just because I can do more with it. Because when it was in a bob, I can't really tie it back, tie it up, or do anything with it. It just stays there. Like now I can, tie it up a little bit. Look a little different, I guess. But I mean, I'd rather have.
When I was in about 7th grade, I think, and I told my sisters, both of them, they're like 10 and 12 years old, and it's like, I want dreads, and they're like, no, you don't want that shit stinks.
Yeah. No, but in order to get dreads, you literally have to not wash your hair for like a good 6 months. So you got to use like just some product to keep it from getting too funky or smelling bad.
Because I really wanted, like, for the longest time, I wanted to get like my ears pierced, and I was like, it was like 7th, 8th grade. I was really into 50 Cent and The Game and G Unit. That was like that whole phase. The funny part is I tried to sag my pants, right?
Tried? How do you try and not succeed?
Because of my father. So my father went to prison.
Oh shit!
So my father went to prison for being Mexican in Los Angeles. That's why he went to prison.
Oh, come on now.
No, I'm serious.
You had to go for something.
For being Mexican in Los Angeles, trust me.
Prison though?
Yeah.
Prison?
Yeah.
Not a holding cell. Prison.
Yeah, he went to prison. So he went to prison, and in prison, when you sag your pants, that means you're a bitch.
Gay. Yeah.
It means you're gay, but you're a bitch, right? And so what he'll do, whenever he sees me sag his pants, he'll go like...
Why is he whistling?
Because that's what you do in the prison yard.
Oh, really? He's trying to traumatize you.
Yeah, I don't sag my pants no more. I was like, he'll put it like, because the thing is, what he'll do, he's like, he didn't want to put it in, but he'll pull my pants up like this. You know what I mean? And he'll whistle. I'm like, what? But he made his point, bro. He made his point across. You know what I mean? He made his point fucking made. He's like, you a bitch or what? my bit about my father. He's a smart man, not a good man. My father's a smart man, but not a good man. This is what I'm telling you. This is what I tell people.
Oh man, but that's genius though. Like I don't like. Oh man, I'm dreading having a child.
Do you want children?
Eventually, yes, but I'm trying to find a chick who can make sense of all this. That's the thing. I can't even make sense of all this half the time. So yeah, so it's an issue. But yeah, I want kids eventually. But like, because I got a friend, he's in Seattle. He doesn't do anything creative. He's a registered nurse. He has the first child he had is a year and a half old. Second child he just had in March. So he is locked down. Like he really can't do anything. Mm-hmm. Like I talk about, hey, I'm going to a club. I might be going to an after hours. He always tells me he's living through me. Because he can't do shit right now. Yeah. Every time I tell him, oh, dude, I got so fucked up last night. He sends me a picture of dirty diapers and the shit he has to deal with. I'm like, you're not selling this kid shit, dude. Like, even marriage, I'm just like, dude, you're not selling it. Every time I hear the stories that he has, I'm like, I don't want to get married.
The problem with you, I do want to be married. I do want kids. I want kids. Not kid. I want, kids.
What are you talking about? Fucking 8? From Partridge Family or
something like
fucking
that.
Brady Bunch type
something
shit?
Like that. You know what I mean? Like I want multiple kids. Like I don't just want like 4 or 5.
But now you're not an only child, right?
I have 2 older sisters and a younger brother. My parents, my dad has 11 siblings. My mom has 6.
See, both of my parents come from families of siblings. I am an only child, so it's like for me, I was tortured. I think I was tortured.
You was tortured?
Yes, I felt tortured in growing up because it's literally just me and my parents. So, like, I get home. It's like, they don't understand me. I don't understand them. I can't relate to anybody. So, what the fuck? So, I go to my friend's house who has, like, he has brothers and sisters. We can all hang out. We have a shared experience.
So, once again, you want at least 2 kids?
I want more. Maybe
3 or 4?
Maybe not 4. 3. 3 would be the magic number.
So, Ish's future wife, just so you know, you have to have 3 kids.
Bust it open, baby. But I like Latinas. Because like every like when I growing up in Texas, we used to live in Richardson, and it was a Hispanic community. And then even when I went to Plano is a white town, but it's like I think the seed was already in. I like Latinas. Like if anything, I want to move to Brazil because I don't want to die in this country. It's like it's just something here. It's like I don't feel comfortable half the time, and it's like I don't want to feel like that.
Clubs in Brazil.
Has what?
They got comedy clubs in Brazil.
I hope, but I just love the Brazilian
shape.
Yes, the hourglass, or not even the pair, as you said, pair of butt cheeks. But I love Latin women, Portuguese. Amen. I know maybe 3 phrases in Portuguese. So
Portuguese.
Yes. It's like,
Portuguese. Okay.
Drives me fucking wild.
So Ish, when it comes to comedy, what are some things that you like take? Like, how do you come up with your material with comedy?
Well, I know for me, my life is pretty interesting as it is. Just
your
me
parents sold your fucking car in a week, and they didn't even sell it; they donated it. That's the worst part.
But like random shit always happens to me because I'm more of an introvert. So it's like I don't mind like just striking up a conversation with a total fucking stranger. Like when I had to commute from Lancaster to LA a lot, so I'd always have to take the Metrolink every now and then.
Okay.
So but then like I'd still even strike up a conversation with people who are also waiting for the Lancaster train. So then I'm talking to this one guy who's actually developing an app to help people locate their like city council, all the local politicians in their area for information and shit like that. And like, because I do my own podcast, but I'm so lazy. We probably shoot once a month.
Well, let me know when it is, where it is, and I'll love to be on it.
Okay.
Where, and I'll be
I
there.
mean, we normally work through Zoom. So
I'll be on Zoom
or IG Live or one or the other. But yeah, I'll definitely get you on there. But like right now, it's like I'm carrying all the weight of like editing, recording, like everything's on me. Even promoting it. Like I tell them, hey, the least you guys can do is like when I say, hey guys, I'm gonna be recording a live stream tonight at 8:00. Either share what I'm saying or do it yourself. No, not even be there. Do it yourself. So that way we can get the word out about the podcast. They don't want to even put that much effort in. So I'm just like, and one guy, the same nurse, he wants to be a personality, but he still wants to have a private life. So you gotta choose. You can't serve two masters when it comes to
entertainment.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't want people to know that he's married. He doesn't want people to know that he has kids. I'm like, motherfucker, that's the only thing that makes you unique.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be giving advice to me about shit unless people know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck, dude? But yeah, what were we talking about?
About comedy, about how you draw your comedy for.
So most of my comedy just comes from my life, and then something I don't really say on stage. I'm like a first generation African American. Like both my parents are born in Africa.
Oh.
So I'm the first African in my bloodline.
That's nothing
from their side.
That's in America.
Yeah. So for me it's kind of interesting. I always felt different growing up and I didn't know why. But now it's like, well, all these other kids, they probably have families who have generationally been in America, generationally slavery type shit like that. I don't relate with that. I don't have any problem talking to a Hispanic person or talking to a white person. If I see something wrong, like, hey, did you see that shit? Did I see that shit? Am I going insane? I don't mind talking to random people. Like my manager, he's the whitest person I can imagine. We have some of the most racist, hilarious interactions of all time.
I want to talk to you about that because I grew up around immigrants my whole life. I'm a first generation American. When I went to Hawaii, I was working around first generation Japanese, or they were the first person in their family to move to America, Japanese. And like with those people, like you talk to them, and we're just making racist jokes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, it's just racist jokes. Like and the thing I hate about, and it's not like we're being racist, like it's like chinky or like whatever, like it doesn't matter. Like we're not. It's not a hateful way. It's about like we're calling you a bitch. Yeah. Like how I started this morning, this podcast.
Salute way.
That's the way. It's a term of endearment. I wasn't calling you a bitch. I was like, let's get salute.
But I keep saying, just say salute. I don't need to hear salute way. Like
that's more my father would always say. It's something from my father. You know what I mean? Alright, salute. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a term of endearment. I wouldn't like there's a difference between like minchi way. Like if I were to come at you with a different attitude, this is me just coming at you with like as a friend. And like what I find funny is when we're immigrants or we're first generation immigrants, we're racist as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
We say the most racist shit to each other. But then when you come out to these people who they're like these white people, the Asian people, like there have been generations here like, oh, you shouldn't say that. I hate when people say, you shouldn't say that. But see, that
extends to just our society as a whole now. We're getting too sensitive. It's like you can't joke about anything. And it's like, motherfucker, if I see a heavyset person slip on a banana peel, that shit is fucking funny. Yeah. It doesn't matter the fact that he's overweight and he, whatever. It's fucking funny.
Yeah.
I laugh at that shit. I'm still fucking
human.
Yeah, like motherfucker.
I feel too many people funny. Like I did as one white woman, many white women I should say. Actually, I have a problem. I date too many white women, and like these women will say like you shouldn't say that. Or this one time I was at this white woman's house, and for Thanksgiving I was at her place, and her parents she was FaceTiming her uncles, her uncle and her uncle's family who lived in Ohio. And she had told them about me. We were dating for a few months, and she told them that I'm Mexican. I was like, oh, and then my name's obviously Blaize. And like, oh, Blaize. And he goes like, oh, Blaize, like fuego, right? And I was like, yeah, like fuego. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, yeah, I get what you mean. But this bitch is like,
don't egg him on.
He's like, why'd you say that? That's so mean. Well, I was racist.
To her
uncle.
What? What?
I understand what the motherfucker was doing. Blaize
He's trying to relate.
like fuego.
He was trying to relate.
Yeah, he was trying to be funny. I was like, I got that. Like, it pissed me off when she said, "Oh, like he was just being no, he wasn't
offending you." Yeah,
like, he wasn't trying to offend me. He wasn't trying to be racist.
He was trying
to relate. Fuego. He was like, he knows I'm Mexican. He heard about me. He's like fuego and stuff like that. And I respect that. I appreciate that because like
the attempt.
Yeah, the attempt. Even though he's white from Ohio and probably a Republican. Who gives a fuck?
See, that's racist.
Yeah, no, it's racist. Who cares? Like, the people I have the most like best conversations with about race are immigrants and people who were like first generation. People who like grew up here, same girl, she was like at the Hollywood, she was like front lines of like the BLM movements, holding hands with all the white people and all that shit, and like got tear gassed and all. I was like,
"Are you fucking kidding me?"
Nah, that's what she said. That's her words. And I was like, "Bitch, you stupid. Get the fuck out." But I want to transition to this real quick. So you being like a first generation, like literal African coming here from Africa, what are your opinion? If you don't have to respond, you can say no comment. What are your opinions on like BLM, Black Lives Movement?
I don't mind it. I think it's overdue, well overdue. Cause like from an outside person looking in, I gotta be honest. Since fucking the 1960s, the black people, the black culture as a whole, has literally been in the same spot. We're still fighting for the same shit we were fighting for 40 years ago, 40 plus years ago.
Are they fighting themselves, or they're fighting the government? Or are they fighting the oppressive white people? What is it that they're? Why is it in your opinion, that for the last 40 years, it hasn't really progressed?
It's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything that you just said. We are fighting amongst ourselves. Like the whole crabs in a bucket thing is not a myth. That shit does happen. Like even the event that I was talking about, how I was trying to talk to somebody in the audience and they weren't responding. Like literally, I was probably the 5th or 6th comic who was going up. Now for me, it's a comedy show, so it's gonna be, even when your comic goes up, the comic that you know goes up, it's a comedy show.
It's still
so
comedy.
There's gonna be other comedies going on. Don't leave just because your friend is done.
Yeah.
Come out and support the fucking craft. Like if you like comedy, fuck it. We all have jokes. So literally, when I went on, everybody left because all their comics were done. And I'm like, what the fuck? But this is that is how I'd say, even when like whenever I hear support black businesses, support black businesses because you're black. I don't support black businesses. I support the best business, and the best business is the one that works with my fucking wallet. Yeah. So it's like, it don't matter whether you're white, black, or whatever. If whatever I can afford, if it's good shit, that's what I will support.
I have an example of that. So one of my friends, her mother is she owns a flower shop, and like wedding season is very big for her. And she told me the story that her mother said to me. It's like so it's a hers, it's not to me, but she's told me her mother's story. Her mother said to her, one of the things that pissed her off one day is that one of her clients said, "Oh, we're so happy we're supporting a black-owned business." And her mother took it and was like, "Oh, you only came to me because I'm black. You didn't come to me because I'm good." And she was very pissed. Like, her mom felt some type of way about that. Like,
I'd be pissed too.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, you only came to me because I'm black. You didn't come to me because you thought I was good, because you liked my reviews or you liked my work. You came to me just because I'm black." And that's that reverse racism, that like white guilt.
I literally had a conversation with the same friend from Seattle. Like, he's asking me, am I proud to be black? And it was weird because...
What's that mean?
Well, I forget what we were talking about at that time. But the weird thing is, it's like, I've never sat around and wrote down the pros of being black as opposed to the cons of being black. Like I said, when I hear black, I don't think of... Black is not a race. We're brown. It's like, I don't like being... Like, if I had a choice of being a good black comedian or a good comedian, I'd rather be a good comedian. Because my race shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
If my shit's funny, the shit's funny. That's it. It doesn't matter whether it's coming.
The same thing with, I used to date a female comic. And she hated when comics was like, she's one of my favorite comedians. She's a female comic. It's like, why the fuck do you need to just say she's
extinguish female comics?
She's like, she's one of my favorite female comedians. It's like, she's one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah.
That's what she hated. Like, well, you don't have to preface that I'm female before that you say that I'm female. You know what I mean? All you have to say is she or her. You know what I mean? And the audience should understand. Oh, it's a woman. Same thing when you go to the fucking to the fast food joint. You need the password to the bathroom.
Yeah. It's like I don't need that crazy ass shit.
But Ish, we've been here for almost 2 hours now. Yeah, but no, you've been one of my favorite guests. So I gotta let you get going. So you got so much shit to do. So.
Well, I'm hunting season.
You gotta go hunt tonight.
There's one all white party I was thinking about going to. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go to my regular spot. Hopefully that's busy. Because I don't own like just all white clothes. I don't own a lot of just all black clothes either.
Yeah.
I'm black enough. I don't need to wear more black.
That's why you dress so colorful.
Yes. Well, the thing is, half the reason why I wear colorful shit is because I don't want to be confused for a black guy fitting the description of whatever they're looking for. Like when I used to work at the Hollywood Bowl, our uniform was black slacks, black shirt, and then we just go about our business. Eventually, we had like uniform shirts, but a few times when I'm walking from, I used to have to walk from the Sepulveda Orange line down home. I get stopped by cops. So, oh yeah, we got a guy who fits your description because I'm wearing black pants. I'm wearing all black shit.
Yeah.
So then I started wearing more colorful clothes. But there's no way you're telling me I fit the description of a black guy wearing a pink and blue fucking palm tree shirt. Yeah. I wear bright colors because I know I'm not going to be on their list of black people to stop. Yeah. So yeah.
That's actually, I never thought of it like that.
That's just for me.
That's actually some of the things that you're saying. Like we're just talking about, like being black. You got to think about stuff like that. Being Mexican, I don't have to, especially being light skinned Mexican. I'm very like people like how they.
Are you what they call fresca? Strawberry?
Yeah, sounds good. See, both my parents are Mexico. I'm just light skinned because either my great great or my great 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 grandma. They forget which one. She's from Germany. She went to Mexico to escape the war. Which war and which side? We don't know. You know what I mean? I might have part Nazi. I don't even know. But that's the thing is like for me and like I've been on both sides because I have a lot of family who are dark skinned, a lot of family who are light skinned. I'm on the light skin side, obviously, but like it's different because like I have a lot of family members who hate white people because they've been so ostracized by white people.
But how can you blame the white people for? I guess just I don't know. I can't blame like. I don't like me and my friend. We always have an argument whenever there's like a black story in the news. He always blames me for either siding with the cops or not seeing the racist elements in certain things. I'm like, I just don't see it. You see what you want to see. I see what I want to see. I don't blame white people for for the issues of where I'm at. I'm where I'm at in life because of me, not because of some black. Or not because of some white man out there. There isn't some guy pulling the strings on me not getting roles and this, that, and the third. Yeah. I mean, there might be, but I mean, I don't blame white people for most of my shit. There's this literary documentary, BS High. Have you heard about this story? No. There's a black guy who runs a school which is not even really a school. And his team got on ESPN.
Oh yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. I didn't hear about that
story.
But yeah, I heard of it. I've heard of that story. Yes.
Okay, so the documentary, fucking phenomenal. It's fucking hilarious. Like this guy is a sociopath. Like literally halfway through.
He's doing it again. He's trying to redo it.
What do you mean?
That same dude?
No. The school is still running. The school was never shut down.
Oh, I thought it was shut down.
No, for what? There's tons of schools like this. There's tons of schools that don't have a physical campus. Yeah. But the only reason why he was able to do this,
football.
Well, not football, but take advantage of youth, is because he only chose black kids,
and he was a black man.
Yeah, My point exactly. White people aren't the excuse for every woes that has happened to black people.
Yeah.
There's people like this Roy Johnson guy who are taking advantage of black people.
Yeah.
He is a black person. And the main reason why he's able to do this is because of the laws that are in place in this fucking country.
Counting. And
It's not that our judicial system is racist. Our judicial system is fucking corrupt. It's like it favors the rich. Mm-hmm. Like when you can get out of any crime by paying the fine, it's a fucking corrupt system. Mm. Everybody has to be accountable to the same set of fucking laws and standards. Race, no matter what race you are, it doesn't matter. It's fucking ridiculous. I definitely recommend watching the fucking thing.
I didn't watch
fucking
it, but I've seen YouTube videos of it. I've seen YouTubers break it down.
Yeah. It's fucking sick. Like, do you not have Cinemax or Max or whatever? I would literally give you my code to watch this shit. All right, it is fucking hilarious.
Everyone so you know, he gave me his code by
I'm giving him the black card too, the Blaize black card. 1 day use, 1 day pass.
The 1 day black card. The 1 day. But I'm gonna save that shit. I'm gonna put that in the back of my card. I'm gonna save it, and then it's gonna be right there.
Neighbor, there, I said it. I used the N word, folks.
You know what's interesting is like how like saying colored or saying black now is also seen as racist, or even like a Negro. Like if you call,
I'm sorry.
If I called you a Negro,
you mean you're saying Negro now? My fist was clenched. I mean, what the fuck you just called me?
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Because like the NAACP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they need to change that name.
Yeah. So like Negro is seen as like almost in the same kind of. I would say a full step beneath.
Sphere.
A whole step below. Like, it's a step below saying like if a rich white man like fucking
Negroid.
He's
Negroids.
You Negroes need to get the fuck out of here. If an old white man called you a Negro, how fucking offended would you be?
Wow. Well,
because he's not saying it, but you know he means it.
He would not be living. That's all I can say. I'm not a violent man, but I'm a good violent man.
But what's wrong with Negro then? No, I'm not sure. I'm just playing devil's advocate now. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Black Negro is black, correct? I'm not black. I'm brown. Okay. You're brown. It should be
not that brown.
Blanca, brown Blanca. But either way, it should be whites against the browns. That's it, or ethnic. There you go. Now, yeah, let's start the race war now. They're losing numbers as we speak. Don't blame me. It's fucking science. Don't put your hand over your face. You're in this video too. There you go. We're making the statement now. Here, let's put our hands up. We're coalition. The coalition of the ethnics. If you don't like it, cracker, deal with it.
Crack up.
Let me speak to your manager, motherfucker. No, I was just kidding. But yeah, it's like
they're Tyrell. He's 48, and he's
but eventually, like even as a human race, if the more ethnic people mixed with white people, we're all going to be the same color. We're all the same color underneath. So it's like, it's better that, more whites and ethnics.
Well, there's the difference between like America and other countries. Like when you go to Norway, everyone there is Norwegian. There's like, everyone's blonde hair, blue eyes. You go to China, all of them are Chinese. Like there's not that many, like they all got like straight black hair. They all got, their eyes.
It's a big melting pot.
Yeah, but America is a mountain pot. It's the only mountain pot in the world.
No, come on.
Really? Where's a bigger mountain pot than in California? Or not just California, but America. Excuse me. I shouldn't just say America.
A bigger melting pot.
America. Mexico is
Canada?
Not even.
Canada's not a melting pot?
Second best. Because they have more French.
My boy's wife is fucking Canadian.
But she's more white, right? She's more French. Is she French?
I don't think she knows.
She's probably French. She's probably French. Because there's more French in Canada than there.
See, now I'm trying to think. Cause
now he's trying. Before he wasn't.
Because look, even in Africa, South Africa is predominantly white. So that continent alone has. But I don't think the whites and the blacks don't mix. Mm-hmm. But like my girl I was talking to, she was from Tanzania.
Tanzania?
No, not
Wait, where were your family from? Where's your...
My dad's from Liberia. My mom's from Sierra Leone. So
they met here in America, or they met over there?
Yeah, no, they met in New York.
Oh, okay.
My dad was going to school, and I think my mom was here for whatever reason. My aunt...
And then decided to move to Texas?
My dad got a job.
Okay.
So that's why we ended up moving to Texas.
Fair enough.
But what damn it, what were we talking about?
New York,
No, we're talking about Egypt.
Egypt.
I know a girl, the girl I was talking to, she's from Northern Africa, not Tanzania or some other country that starts with T. But anyway, she is a white chick with black features. Like, she's built like a black chick. And it's like fucking turns me the fuck on. But she didn't want to have anything to do with me. She's older than me and she still wanted to have kids. I'm just like, how is this gonna work? Like, you realize the probability of
she
having,
gotta save her eggs.
Huh?
She needs to save her eggs.
Huh?
Freeze her eggs?
Oh, freeze her, save her eggs. I didn't know what you were saying. I thought that was a new app or something. She's got to save her eggs.
Yeah.
I thought that was a new app. I was like, what? No, but I'm like, you realize I'm in my 40s. You're older than me. You still want to have kids. It's like, how's this gonna work? And she didn't want to have anything to do with me, so I'm like, cool. She got me this bracelet.
You still have it?
Why not? Why would I?
How long ago was this?
2 years ago?
2 years and you still... I'm gonna see the bracelet.
What? It's got my initials on it. ISH.
I think nice. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. It goes with the rest of my shit. So fuck it.
That's nice.
And it's the only thing she's ever given me. It's the only thing most chicks have ever given me. So I'm like, I'll wear it till it fucking falls off.
I had one girl, I lost my wallet, and I asked her to give me... for my birthday, she asked, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I said, "I want a wallet that when you look at it, you know it's mine." And she lost her mind. She's like, "I can't figure out what it is. I can't figure out what it is."
What? What you want?
The wallet, yeah, because the wallet I had before I lost it.
Mm-hmm.
I had it since 2nd grade. I lost it junior year of college.
Is that Velcro?
Velcro.
How did I know it had Velcro?
It was a Velcro, man. I had it for years. It was a Charizard wallet. Like, I had that shit for fucking at least 15, 16 years.
15, 16 years?
I had that shit all
You never had to fucking tape it or stitch it back together?
A few parts, but okay. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's like, that thing, it was 2nd grade. Like,
holy shit.
The reason why is because in 2nd grade, it was a funny thing. I went to a private Chinese Christian school.
Because you're so Chinese.
Yeah, obviously. It was in Roland Heights, actually. It's called Fullerton Christian School.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's in Roland Heights, right off there on Fullerton. It's really nice. But it was funny because we had a teacher. It was his first year teaching. His Mexican man named Mr. Martinez, married to a Japanese woman. He showed us his wedding pictures. And it was really nice. She's a beautiful woman. And there was only 2 kids in the class. Me, the light-skinned Mexican, and this other kid, Fatayo Serio.
Mm-hmm.
He was black. And so, like, it's just me and this black kid. And just, like, I had the Charizard. He was Bulbasaur.
Hold on. There was only 2 non-Asian people in the class.
No.
What do you mean there's only 2 kids in the class?
There was only me and him.
So the whole class was empty?
Me and him.
What?
Swear.
What?
Swear. 2nd grade, it was just me and this other kid.
That's
for the whole year.
What the fuck, dude?
So we were literally...
Why don't you talk about this on stage?
Well, I didn't know how to talk about it, you know what I mean?
What do you mean? You just go up and talk about, hey, I was in a class with only 2 people.
Yeah, literally.
Holy shit.
And our classroom...
That is insane.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, I went to a Chinese private Christian school. I'm Mexican, and I went to a Chinese private Christian school. Like, that shit's, like, weird, you know what I mean?
So... The teacher was...
Mexican.
No, not his race. But he was teaching you all the subjects all throughout the day. And all you had is just the other guy to talk with. It was hard to, like, pass cheats and shit,
We didn't need to. The teacher was like, fuck it. Like, the next year... he told us, like, yeah, I'm literally, like, my next classroom is going to be 10 times the size of y'all. Because
but that's only 20.
He's literally only getting 20. That's what he told us. Like, I have 20 kids this year. It's literally 10 times the size of y'all. And for a teacher, that's not too bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a good amount, but it's not overloading.
Have you ever tried to reach out to him and see where he's at now?
I should.
That is hilarious, dude. I know most of my teachers are probably dead now. I'm sorry. Don't want to end on a sad note.
Speak for yourself. No. I had one teacher. She has such a nice ass. But
the fuck? How old were you?
It was.
Get out of here.
Freshman year of high school.
Okay. If I could remember most of my teachers, sure, but I can't even remember.
I remember her.
I can't remember any of them.
She changed her name. It was still a G. It was like Grunsworth or Grunworth.
She got married?
She got married.
Okay.
She got married.
Okay. You make it sound like she changed her name because she was trying to avoid.
No, she changed her name because she got married. She changed her last name because she got married.
Then just say she got married. She changed her name.
I forget what her name is now. But it was like Grunchworth or something like that. But she was originally from Maryland. But like she would, it was English class, right? And people would ask for like help, and she would just bend over, and her ass would be like right here.
Ooh.
And her ass was like
hit with that E40. Ooh.
Ooh. That ass was just like, wow. Like that was.
See, I never had like attractive teachers growing up.
That's your fault.
I'm old school. That's not my fault. Fuck you. I didn't have a choice in this shit. I didn't know I'd need to be talking about it on a podcast later. So, yeah.
I had a few hot teachers. I ain't gonna lie.
Really? Fuck.
I had a few hot teachers. I ain't gonna lie. Like there's some teachers in my past. I'm like, she could have got it. She should have got it. Like, yeah.
This guy.
Yes, man. Because I live in Los Angeles, motherfucker. You know, even our teachers got to be hot.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's
everything. Like, I don't know. I guess teachers have. I don't know. Have would you say attractiveness has gotten younger as the world has changed?
I would say
that what it is?
I would say
because like
older women have been able to keep themselves better as they're older. Better upkeep as they're older. Because remember, when you see a picture from like the 1920s from a woman in her 50s, she's all wrinkly and because she's been in the sun. She didn't have any skincare. These women now, they got skin routines, they got facials, they got exfoliation.
Wouldn't you say that when you were growing up, the teachers that you had, were they not younger, or they were still that 50 to 40-year-old age?
I would
like,
say.
Wouldn't you say they were younger than?
I would say majority
40?
of my teachers were in between the ages of like 30 to 45.
Okay.
So most of my
teachers were probably a little older.
Yeah.
And I'm like I said,
I had a few teachers over the age of like 15, 16.
Yeah.
One of my teachers, same school, the Chinese private Chinese Christian school. That school, she ended up transferring to the middle school that I went to South Point Middle School.
She was stalking you.
Nah, pretty much. But
she wanted Blaize. She wanted to be on fire.
But she was she lived in the internment camps in World War II. She was a child living in the internment camps.
Fuck.
And like I was at such a they told us that and I didn't really understand it. If I can go back in time, that is one of the few teachers that I would want to have a conversation with. And ask her, what was it like? What did you feel? What was like? That's one thing that like I feel like I didn't understand enough to ask enough questions about that. Because like as a child, I was a very
When you don't realize
the gravity.
Yeah.
The gravity situation. Like this woman went through I was like, okay, she went through an internment camp. What does that mean? Like I was in 6th grade. You know what I mean? I was in 6th grade and I heard this. I'm like, I didn't understand what that meant. And then it didn't take me until I was in college to like
really grasp. Oh shit, she went through some shit.
She went through some shit because like we were going through it was a history class. We were going through World War II shit about the internment camps. And then I thought back. My first thought was when we were going through that was about her. You know, she was like 80 or 70 when she was like teaching, and she was like a teacher's aide kind of, and like I was like, damn, just the history, just like the things she saw, the things she experienced. Like I really missed out on just talking to her.
Well, I mean, how old were you?
12, 13.
I was a child. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't understand that shit, and that's one of the things. Like she's one of the few people in my life. If I can turn back the time,
would want to talk to you.
I would want to have a conversation. I would want to put her in your seat and be like, tell me about what it was like to be in the internment camps. Like, just sit there, just like talk.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But Ish, we're 2:17 now.
A lot of editing for you.
Not even.
Not a lot for me. Amen. I don't got to do shit.
Tell these people where can they find you, Ish? Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, X. Excuse me.
What was that last one? You said
YouTube, Twitter, X.
Yeah. So, I am on Instagram, IshDaComic. I'm on YouTube, IshDaComic. I also do a podcast called Gamer. What was it called? Gamer and Friends Podcast, which is on YouTube. I still have to upload our last video because, like I said, all that shit is on me. On Twitch, I do game stream occasionally. IshDaComic as well. Twitter, or X as it's called now, All Seeing Eye of LA. I did that. I know it's a long ass title.
That's a good name though. All Seeing LA.
Yeah, All Seeing Eye of LA because I'm Ishmael. So yeah, that's really it. I got some shows going on all across LA. Be sure if you just sign up. Why am I saying sign up? I'm making it sound weird. As long as you follow me on Instagram.
IshDaComic.
IshDaComic. DACOMIC.
He's like, oh, I gotta make sure.
Three beers in. So yeah, but yeah, just follow me on that. Got a lot of stuff coming up. More podcasts on the way. Different things like that. I don't know. You won't see any gang banging in my videos.
Same here. Yeah, same. Don't worry, Ish. There ain't no gang banging here.
Yeah.
I see the skin color. There ain't no gang banging here.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a tattoo though. I want to get a tattoo of my dog's paw. I want to put it like right here because I realize how much human food do you give Lucy?
My leftovers.
See, I do the same. Like whenever I come home, it's like, okay, you gotta get something. He won't eat his regular food. I know it's good quality shit, but I gotta give him like a little piece of my hamburger or something like that. But it's like I know some people have the willpower to not give their pets any human food.
That's some white people shit.
Yeah, that is some white people shit, dude. How often do you take Lucy to the vet?
At least every 6 months.
Really?
Yeah, twice a year.
Why?
I take myself to the hospital or to the doctor every 2 years to get 2 months.
That's some white people shit.
Bitch, just because I'm healthy and fuck. I know about calcium levels.
I haven't got my prostate checked.
You should, motherfucker.
Fuck you. No, but I haven't been to a doctor in I don't know how long. I had a health scare over COVID because I was working at the warehouse and I was sitting in the warehouse and I literally felt my heart stop beating. I was like, holy shit.
How high were you?
I wasn't high at all. I was just like fucking working. I was like, why? My heart's not beating right now. Am I having a heart? I got literally thinking, am I having a heart attack? Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, and literally, the only thing that was flashing in my mind was fucking my dog. So I was like, okay, I gotta change this up.
I ain't gonna lie. Like every time I have a dream now, it's always like, can I bring my dog? Or is like, all right, when is it gonna be over so I can make sure to take my dog out to walk him? You know what I mean? Like every dream I have is about walking my dog or bringing my dog, making sure that like I take care of my dog before I do anything.
I don't have that many dreams with Bowser in them. I don't know.
No, it's not about her being in it. It's more about like me doing shit and be like, wait, can my dog come? Or do I have enough time to go home and walk my dog before I go?
I don't know, dude.
That's what it's like being a parent's like.
See, the thing is, whenever you talk to somebody with kids and they tell you, oh, you're not a real parent because you don't have a dog, what do you tell them? You say, no, this is bullshit. My dog is a fucking kid.
I tell them, you're right, because she's property. Yeah. She's property.
But like, here's the thing. When you leave to go to work, does Lucy not bark and yip and stuff like that?
Not as much.
Really?
No.
See, my dog, like, I literally have to give him a treat or something to keep him distracted so I can leave to go to work.
With her, she's usually in her bed, but right now, especially because I switched her to a different type of food, and she was having some bad reactions, so she has some, like...
The itching and
so I had to switch her back to her original shit. So now she's getting back to normal. But before, like, right now, she's kind of like in this, like I can tell has a bad belly. So like she's kind of in this like I have a bad belly face, but she's getting back into it, like because I just switched her back on Sunday night.
But my point is like for me, when I hear my dog barking as I'm leaving, I'm reminded of when my parents used to leave me, like at the daycare or whatever. I'm being, why are you leaving? Come back. This, that, and the third. Like they don't know what's going on, and they don't realize that hey, daddy's got to go home to pay, got to go out to pay the bills and shit like that. But it's like I see that.
I was different. I was different because I wanted to be left alone. Really? I was happy when my parents left, and I was the only one at home. Like I'll tell my parents like, don't take me to daycare. Just leave me here at home. I won't cook. I won't do shit. I'm just gonna fucking be on the TV playing video games. I'm gonna be right here at this seat. You're gonna leave and you're gonna come back.
Well, you had brothers and sisters with you.
I just had my younger brother, but like my younger brother.
Oh, okay.
Like I had my older sisters. They live with their dad. So I'm from my mom's second marriage. So my dad's 10 years younger than my mom. And so
wait, your dad is 10 years younger than your mom?
Yes.
That's
she didn't know that until they went to court to get the marriage license.
No.
Swear.
What
for like a year and a half.
If I ever see your father, I'm giving him a pound.
You should.
That is hilarious.
He's literally like 10 years younger than my mom.
But the fact that he kept it from her until he got married.
He didn't keep it from her. She just never told her, is what he says. And she never asked. She never asked.
Smart man. Not a good man. That's on that shit. We got in on that. Shit.
But yeah, thank you, Ish. I really appreciate you. You were like top like 58. I'm just kidding.
He's only got 50 episodes. I'm top 58.
I'm fucking with you. I love you. Ish.
I'm coming back again. We're going to do a part 2 like in a year or something.
But thank you, Ish. You can follow me, IshDaComic. IshDaComic on YouTube, IshDaComic on Instagram, and then on what's the other
X, All Seeing Eye of LA. I don't really post a lot on X. I'm still trying to figure out if it's worth it. Yeah,
I'm not on it. But yeah.
Like I had some porn chick try to steal my fucking name for a while there, so I had to just say, "Hey, this is me. This is my." I created this name.
We have to come back to next time you come back. We'll have to talk about this porn chick about saying your name, Ish. But
something. Yeah, I don't know.
You're my favorite person. Take care, my man. All right, take care, y'all.